baby. I'm on this, wasn't planning on doing this live, so taking a walk. As I realize, as much as I enjoy walking, I've been holed up in the hovel. So I don't sound very good on this mic, so it is what it is. I did not bring the earbuds. Earbuds sound like shit, but they have a decent mic for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if this will be up. What's up, Rob? I've never truly mastered the, oh, you're getting your wrench back, by the way. I mainly just demodded you because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, I don't necessarily have a problem with certain things that happen. I think because I have a certain type of intelligence, people believe that I'm picking up on certain dynamics that I'm just completely unaware of. So that was just my confusion. And all I would say is I pretty much trust Rob to do whatever, but you might want to give me a heads up. But anyway, do whatever you want, man. But good to see you, brother. And see, believe me, I appreciate you because there's one person in here and it's you. Feel me? So that means a lot, brother. You fucking timed out Yeti Life the other day, Rob. You don't remember that? But I'm on one today. I can't get into that. We'll get into that in the later broadcast. But anyway, you're getting your wrench back. So, and if I'm not making sense, part of that is I'm at a stage of my illness where my brain function is certainly affected to a great deal, right? My short-term memory's gone. I'm not sure that's ever coming back. And it's not about whining and crying. It's just, it is what it is, right? But anyway, Rob, good to see you, brother. And didn't mean to get off on all that, but anyway. And like I said, I don't know if this will be up later, so who knows. But my birthday's on Saturday, and I've been texting with my dad. And, you know, I'm also starting to go into this space of, you know, getting my affairs in order before I get up out of here, right? And as much as, you know, some people are uncomfortable with these ideas, it is what it is. And you know, I'm an August 12th Leo, by God. Like, the courage is the fucking easy part. Like, I think some people are, you know, oh, he's at peace with this and he's this or that. No, I'm an August 12th Leo, motherfucker. The courage is the easy part, right? It's all good, man. It's probably YouTube games, Rob, so don't worry about it, man. Hey, let's just pretend like it never happened. How about that? Who cares, man? It doesn't even matter. So, but I'm trying to get into some topics here. Good to see everybody. I never fully mastered I'm on the YouTube app, so I can't even really see your comments unless I just happen to see the screen when they pop up. So anyway, but yeah, getting my affairs in order. I was talking to Highly Suspect, if anybody remembers when he was on the broadcast. He was a big fan of my podcast. In fact, I think he was on like 3 different episodes of the old Nightmare Dystopia podcast. We're on a morning walk here. Humid as fuck, but shout out to Big L, who's out there in Arizona. Hopefully he got out of there, but hot as fuck out there in Arizona. Anyway, it's just sticky here. But yeah, getting my affairs in order, trying to get my dad to come visit me. And it's funny because, you know, am I the only one that learns these lessons of, you see Crocco pass away, and then it's immediately, you know, people like Drew are going into some kind of guilt. And I can't speak to his feelings, but, you know, somehow connecting the death of Crocco to, oh yeah, and like the day before, you know, he emailed me wanting to work on a live stream and I blew it off or whatever. Well, Drew, you're flaky and you blow shit off. I mean, that's just what you do, man. So that's how is that connected to the death of Crocco, right? So I'm going to be gone at some point, and people like my dad, you know, number one, I'm going to be lionized and misremembered and put into fucking sainthood that I never earned, right? We see that. And, you know, that's just how people are. Hey, thanks, Rob. Appreciate you, brother. The very first live chat on the channel. So, super chat, I mean. You the man, Rob. Appreciate you, brother. Love you, brother. And if y'all notice me, I hardly ever say that word, you know, in that context. So just the fact that I've started speaking that way may, who knows what that portends, right? But none of this is sad for me. I mean, I'm grateful for this life that I've led, and I got my memories, and I'm walking around and just kind of thinking about all these things. What's up, Music Holds a Secret? And sorry for the poor audio. I had no idea I would be doing this live stream. But yeah, I'll be gone, and people like my dad will, oh, I should have went and seen him. He wanted me to come see him, but he kept talking that he wasn't going to be around long. But it's like, okay, this person we think's intelligent, kept telling us that this is what was going on, and for some reason we didn't believe him. It's like, you ever heard of somebody, they nobody really knows they're sick, and they finally go to the doctor, and it's like fucking stage 4 cancer, and the doctor's like, I don't know how the guy's even walking around, and then he's dead like a week later. I'm one of them guys. See, I can walk around with bullshit that sends most people to the hospital, right? Oh, yippee skippy yay for Benton. Who cares? Things Benton can do, things Benton is doing. Who cares? But yeah, back to the highly suspect, and again, I know I'm all over the place. My fucking short-term memory's affected, but so this my status select, and him, the American State National or whatever. I can't promise anything, but I'm planning on undergoing that process if I'm able to, and I'm still trying to deal with this thing where I believe I can work, right? Because yesterday I felt pretty fucking good. And then I wake up today and I'm like, you fucking jackass, talking to myself, you can't work, you can't go drive a fucking big rig. Not every day, not solo every fucking day, there's no way, man. But then when I'm feeling good, I'm back into that thinking I can do anything, indestructible. I've led an indestructible life, right? A can't hurt me indestructible life. So do you really think I want to stick around for the weakness and the vulnerability and my cognitive function, declining? Nah, man, not interested. Not interested. Indomitable, that's right, Rob. Indomitable, volatile, loose cannon. And when I arrived at the Greyhound station in downtown Los Angeles at like 4 in the morning, and I then got to walk through Skid Row, and I've never really hung out in LA ever. I think I checked out Venice for like half a day once with ex-wife number 2, but it wasn't for me, honestly. Like, it's like some places sound cool, and it was like, I walked around, I saw what it looked like, and I was good. Like, why am I saying like so much? I don't know. People don't come try to run over me. People love to just turn right into you for some reason when you're walking. It's amazing, just like again, all the walking I've done in my time, and how many people I'll be walking through a parking lot, and more often than not, the people just drive right towards me. It's just bizarre. I never understood that. But, where was I? Oh yeah, so with my backpack, my hiking backpack and my rucksack, I guess, and walking through, Skid Row at like 4:30 in the morning when nobody's out but the homeless typically. And I needed to walk, I don't know, 1.5 miles, 2 miles to a local bus stop, and then take the bus, I believe, up to TO, Thousand Oaks, and then I'm trying to remember, I think maybe Ventura from there. I don't really remember. But eventually to Santa Barbara, which is where I was headed. And that was, all the predators, right? That's a Skid Row's an area full of predators. And so when they first look at me, especially with that backpack, see, they whatever's in that rucksack, they want what's in that rucksack. So I just marched through there, indomitable, volatile, loose cannon, indomitable, volatile, loose cannon, indomitable. And a couple people started singing it with me. It was crazy, man. But just to let them know, hey, man, I understand y'all as predators and y'all are used to catching folks slipping, but I ain't the one, Jack. I'm gonna walk on up out of here, partner. Believe that. Woo! How about you? Oh, sorry about that. Didn't see you there. People hanging out in the Walmart parking lot. I've done a bit of that in my time. Hey, lady, there's people listening to me on the internet. Can you believe that? Walking around doing this, motherfuckers listening to me. That's the kind of world we're in, Jack. Oh! Hey, look at that. Volvo number 888. I like that. I likes that. You can see it. Bam! Yeah, buddy. I sure did enjoy getting to drive a truck. Walmart Wi-Fi. Some of it's all right, man. Some of it's all right. Kind of, it sort of varies. Something about Fort Smith, Arkansas, it's like all the networks are congested. My fucking Verizon is congested. When I had AT&T wireless, AT&T for cell service, it was effectively unusable in much of the city. And this does pass for a city. It's close to 100,000, so the area anyway, and that's a city by Arkansas standards, believe it or not. But we've got 3 super centers and 2 neighborhood markets, though. 100,000 people, crazy. So yeah, I'm running into the network congestion, but the library seems to have really good bandwidth. So if I can get into taking showers and making myself presentable, I'm thinking about going to the library later today. I'll have to start streaming a little later, right? They don't open till 9, Monday through Friday. If the study rooms can contain my loud ass voice anyway. Uh-oh, here they come. Might just be getting gas. You gotta watch these people like a hawk, man. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. Remember, if a car runs over me, that's not their fault, that's my fault. That's the way I look at it. So I think I'm gonna have to make some kind of video. Maybe this is the video, I don't know. I'm gonna make some kind of video and try to impress upon my father that he should probably get in his little Tacoma pickup and drive his ass up here. That was bizarre. See, they were driving towards me, but I noticed them. So they for some reason they stopped at the gas pump, but that shit's closed. Bizarre, dude. It's just bizarre experience after bizarre experience, pretty much the last 15 years. Or as Yurt might refer to it, novelty. Yes, indeed. Lots of novel experiences. Let's go. I don't want to wake up the people living in the parking lot over here, but they are living in the fucking Walmart parking lot. So every once in a while, some crazy ass live streamer might roll through, and whatever. It is what it is, right? And apologies for not being able to read your comments. I've been affected by the boomerism. I've already spotted the popo. See, I see them. Guess I should have brought my body cam with me. And shout out to Kim before the storm. Did anybody see Truther Cop last night? I dislike Kim personally. It's like, I really like what he's doing, with the popo and all that. So, but once they got, I stuck with them, and then Truther Cop had some guy on there who's probably a fucking government agent, but he had some guy on there that was, apparently was doing a pro se, and he was at January the 6th, and for some reason he's the only one who gets to view the evidence directly. It's got to be a fucking psyop, right? But and then I was still sticking in with that, but once then he says he's from Louisville, and they started talking Breonna Taylor, and it's like, nah, I'm out. I can't deal with that bullshit. No thanks. No thanks. But anyway, here's the. That's what. Yeah, get you an old U-Haul. Live in that motherfucker, right? Why not? This is America, y'all. This is America. Meanwhile, Fort Smith, Arkansas has like one of the most affordable places to rent in the country. My dad, when he had an apartment here for like 6 months, $450 a month. Now, it was like, it wasn't a complete shithole. I mean, obviously wasn't great, but we don't have no problem in America letting people live like this. It's fine, because why shouldn't they have to live this way? They're not producing, they're not producing enough for the corporate system anymore. And Lord knows the system's been willing to put up with my shenanigans as long as I could, pick up the goods and drive them from point A to point B, right? Oh, and by the way, unexpected blessings. The that company I worked for 3 weeks, they do $150 a week escrow, to save up like $1,500 in case I tear some shit up. They're sending me my escrow back, so I'm just unexpected $450 out of nowhere. Yeah, letting people, exactly. But yeah, I can't really read the comments, so. But yeah, go for it, folks. Whew. Is Z live yet? I'm not really trying to overlap with Z, but whatever. And back in the olden days, see, I would have already gone and did my shopping. So COVID, right, strikes again, because in the old times, these things, when most of these were 24 hours, I could go, I could have already went and did my shopping, not have to wait till 6. So maybe I want to call into a broadcast. Well, I'm not available. I'm out running my errands, right? But we know it's all about business. It's better for Walmart to not have to be 24 hours. But see, as long as Walmart was 24 hours and some of the super Targets were 24 hours and these other type of stores were 24 hours, they all have to kind of do it to be competitive. Oh, here's a fake pandemic. Now we have an excuse to just be like, okay, well, obviously it's unsafe to let these people in 24 hours a day. They knew what they was doing. What's this Longhorn, man? See, I used to care about shit like that. Can you believe that? See that Longhorn on that truck? I used to actually, if you can see that. Let's see. I'm not good at this. Where's this pickup? Yeah, see that? Shit like that. I used to, think that was important. Hilarious. Hilarious! We'll see what happens. Will the camera rotate? Oh, shit. No, it just tells me to rotate the device. Welcome to America, folks. And maybe that's part of Walmart not being 24 hours, so, to not provide the people living in the parking lot with bathrooms, perhaps. I don't know, wake up in 3 in the morning with a piss boner and can't go in the super center. I guess they should put porta potties out here. Oh, man. How about them gas prices? Probably can't see that far. $3.29. I say, what? That's cheap. Yeah, I'm from Arkansas, Wolfie. My first wife is from Arkansas. I'm sorry, Bentonville, rather. And I worked at the home office, but I worked for vendors. Although I did briefly work taking calls, doing customer service calls for Walmart.com. But it was like in the very early days of the website. If y'all remember them old Finger Hut catalogs, Walmart, for some reason, was letting, he's focused. Didn't even notice me. Wow. I was going to see if he wanted to say anything to the internet. It's the internet, sir. What's up? What's up, Burn Eye? See now, YouTube's got me right. I'm further immersed in Alphabet Google YouTube's hell pit, because now that I'm even thinking, well, Rob sent me a super chat, but then I said the C word, so it's like, are they even going to give me the money? I mean, who even fucking knows? I don't know. I'm all over the map. It's all gravy. Oh, here come the Bluebell ice cream man. Could be the ice cream ma'am, I suppose. What do you think? Say hi to the internet, sir. Nah. He ain't with it. Fucking NPCs, right? How? Oh, man. And see, they didn't build all this shit for nothing, by the way. You see this pickup here? They didn't do all this for nothing, y'all. They didn't do all this for nothing. So, I think it's going to be on like 15-year cycles. That's what we're seeing with the economic situation, 15 years after 08, 09, here it come again. And I predicted it. I said they're going to do it again, y'all. They're going to inflate that. They're going to inflate the bubble again, and then they're going to pop it, right? That's what they're going to do. And they're running drone delivery out of the parking lot. Like, see this Walmart parking lot? There's one 70 miles from here in Rogers, Arkansas, they're running drone delivery. Right, well, maybe not right now, but I don't know what the hours are. But look at this, man. See, Arkansas, we get all the Walmart shit first. I don't know if this is new shit or what, but they do everything Walmart does. They do it in Arkansas first. We had fucking self-checkout like in the late 90s, and they got self-driving vans, delivery vans, driving around Bentonville, Arkansas, with no human. Oh yeah. So all the shit people say is coming, no, that shit's here, man. It's here. It is happening. But a way to dismiss that and not face it fully is to just push it off into the future. Well, it's getting bad, man. No, it is bad. What are you talking about? So what? Who promised us a good time in this dystopia? Who? I mean, really, if you think about it, when am I entitled to a fucking a pleasant, peaceful life in the dystopia? I think not. And what the hell is this? Look at this, more new shit. What the fuck is this? I should do this more often. What the hell is that? Is that electric car charging? See, that I guess that'll charge up the delivery van in the next pandemic. See, that's where the van will pull up, and I guess the person, that works inside of here will get an alert to come plug in the autonomous delivery van or whatever it is, and it'll drive to your house when you're locked down next time in about, 13 years or whatever. And these vans will drive to your house, and maybe a robot will get out and then insert the package into that sanitizer on your front porch, like in that movie, what was that called? Songbird or whatever? Yeah, it's here, man. It's not something that's coming. It's in place. Like, Walmart did not segregate a section of the parking lot and, make all these numbers and train people, for to bring the groceries out to your car. The people did not ask for that, by the way. That's being foisted upon us, lest we forget. Interesting, though. Interesting times to be sure. I'd like to be able to check in on the comments. Maybe one day I'll figure out how that works. What y'all think? Yeah, I had some pretty intense thoughts that I thought I was going live to make, but I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. No, yeah, absolutely. Musical's a secret. 100%. Definitely. Absolutely. Indubitably. No, and by the way, when September 11th of 2001 happened, I was working for a Walmart vendor, and I had a badge with 24-hour access to Walmart ISD, which I think they've changed the name of since then, but it's like Information Services Division. I worked for a company that was partnered with HP, so I mostly worked with these two guys that worked for Hewlett Packard, and we'd all go in there together several times a week. But I know for a fact that Walmart, when that happened, they moved all of their server farms and all that. They moved all that shit underground. And my idea is that most likely that's when Walmart fully merged with the government, if they weren't already at the level of, information services and all this facial recognition, the whole thing, right? So I'm firmly convinced if you're walking around a Walmart, that everything you do and say in the store is going straight into the databases, and the facial recognition absolutely knows who we are. I shouldn't say who you are, who we are, right? Okay, can I see oh, there we go. See, I can temporarily see the messages. What's up, fast boy whiteboard? Good to see you. Yeah, disgusting indeed. Well, but then every once in a while, since I'm a fancy boy who likes things like art, every once in a while, and see, here they come, see? They can't, they have to drive toward, if there's a person on the parking lot, they have to drive towards the person. I can't tell you how many times I've observed that type of behavior. It's just bizarre. I mean, look at how gigantic this parking lot is. And if I'm out walking any time of day, I know somebody's going to start driving at me. It's just strange. Like, what are they even doing? If I hadn't looked up at them, would they have kept driving at me? I don't know. But yeah, there's a free badass art museum called Crystal Bridges up in Bentonville. Although some of it is paid, like they have certain things you have to pay to get into, but the main, it's an art museum. The main art museum is free to the public, and they have, you know, $50 million paintings. And I went there because they have a Basquiat, right? Well, I went there because it's a free, you know, art museum, obviously, but they had a Basquiat in there. I think they had a Pollock, maybe. I can't even remember. I ain't really into that the old-timey Renaissance stuff, personally, but yeah. So they give us a few things here and there. Pretend to have some kind of regard for the slaves, but then again, who knows what those elites are doing in that building? You know, this gigantic, you know, architecturally ornate building. Who knows what they're doing in there after hours, right? The elites. Same thing with that Clinton Presidential Library in Little Rock, which people like to make fun of as, oh, it looks like a trailer. It's like, no, it's shaped like a rectangle. If you actually go and see it, I like architecture. It's actually pretty fucking cool, right? And I paid money to go in that motherfucker. Took my grandma to it, actually. Now the Popo got their eyes on us again. And got to remind myself I'm gonna have to start going everywhere with my body cam. Although the cops here certainly aren't cool, because remember, if they were cool, they wouldn't be cops. But you know, they're certainly trained to keep an eye on somebody like Benton mobbing around looking at his phone. But I've had very little encounters or issues with the Popo here in this town. Oh, and the U.S. Marshals are very active in this area. I don't know if you folks know about that, but the actual museum is here, the U.S. Marshals Museum, although it's been closed for quite some time. But they built the U.S. Marshals Museum here, and I think they do training and stuff. Who knows? I don't know. I can't call it. Got more messages coming in. What's up, Monel? Good to see you. The Gulf Wars. Yeah, there you go. Training people to become Popo. Yeah. Well, yeah, highly suspect. Again, he corrected his status, so-called, and he's getting his all of his money, right? And which for him, because he earns a good living, is like $20,000 more a year. And I'm not just doing it for the money, but especially if I can't drive a truck anymore. Although I guess I'll keep my driver's license and my insurance and my tags. I don't know. Who knows? Does it even matter at this point? I'm not trying to spend any of my whatever time I have left. Not really trying to spend it in jail, though. Certainly. Israel trains our police. Oh, okay. Not quite sure what that means. That's a good point. Musical's a secret about the good internet. Although I think it varies from place to place. Like I was in Conway, Arkansas, when I first got off the booze and figured out how sick I was. I was going into mornings and hanging out because I didn't have the hotel internet was completely unusable, and I did not have cell service at the time. So I was going over to Walmart in the morning and downloading YouTube videos to watch during the day, and then I would go over to Starbucks, who actually had better internet. But the library here, it's off the fucking charts. So it's strange to me how like there's all this like network congestion, but then if I go to the main public library, which is a really good library, by the way. I don't know if anybody's into libraries. I'm into libraries. And one year, downtown Seattle main library, which I've been to many times, was named the best in the country. And actually it was Fayetteville, Arkansas, got second place nationwide that year. But the one in Fort Smith was designed by the same person, and it's along the same lines. But then again, another thing about old Benton, when when I couldn't go into a library without, they wanted to do temp checks and wear a mask and all that. And, for a while I was like, well, I guess my days of going to a library are over, right? Since I have to worst case scenario everything. But later today, I may very well be at a library if I can get over my laziness of packing up all my computer gear, right? And I went through. I've been going through my old laptops, so I've been finding some old files and some old gifs I made when my foot was broken, and I actually saved a lot of these just wild ass videos, you know, during the fake pandemic. So I've got a lot of material that we may be able to go over. And I'm wanting to start doing some private live streams, just so y'all know. So I'm not trying to get your information, but the more people who email me and I can verify who they are, if you ever want to get an email, if Benton goes live on a private stream, you know, that would be when I would be more inclined to cover some of these, the stuff I've got on my hard drive, because it's certainly not safe for a monetized broadcast, that's for sure. So I got to cross the street. I'm trying to get involved in all that muddiness over there, whatever that is. Yeah, well, thanks, Monel. Appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to most likely getting a clutch job on the old Versa. Clutch, flywheel, throw out bearing probably, and get that new set of tires, get that thing all squared away. I'm looking forward to that in the near future. Nothing wrong with the Versa. I think I abused it. I like to engage in spirited driving, and I think I was a little too hard on. I inflicted a little too much clutch wear. Actually, I think it's really more flywheel at this point, because the car's got 122 horsepower. It's not that hard. You know, it doesn't take that much of a clutch to get the thing into gear. Yeah. Oh, you're right, Mona. You're right, Musical is a secret. Yeah, that's the number one thing people can do. Proper alignment, number one, so that the tires don't wear. Number two, you know, just, a new set of tires in general, right? And then, you know, keep an eye on them, make sure they're properly inflated, because that, other than bad alignment, what wears tires out is underinflated tires. Not only does it decrease fuel economy, the tire itself wears out, you know, much faster than normal, and the tires heat up more. They get hot also. They heat up more than they would otherwise, I believe. I mean, that's my understanding of it anyway. And I went and see, this is, you know, to kind of back up some of what Paul talks about. I just happened to stop in this place the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, because I was trying to figure out, you know, I'm still troubleshooting my car, right? Because I know just enough to be dangerous with mechanical stuff. And so I rolled in here, and on a manual transmission, you know, there's no dipstick. The only way to check the fluid level in the transmission, generally speaking, is to get under there and unscrew a nut, and then, you know, stick your finger in there and check the fluid level. Now, being from Arkansas, I think the young fellas in their 20s that were working here, they knew how to do this, right? But then they're working for a corporation that does not permit them to do such. And then as soon as I, you know, not knowing this, as soon as I bring it up, it's all, now everybody's in a panic fear mode of, we'll get in trouble, right? But my thing is, look, I don't, you know, I'm just pulled in here because I didn't know if you would check it or not. Like, I don't give a fuck if they'll check it. If they don't check it, they don't check it. Oh, meanwhile, wasn't a customer in the place, I'd have happily given them, you know, 10 or 20 bucks just to do that. Oh no, we can't do that. We'll get in trouble at the fucking Take 5 oil change. And 20 years from now, they probably won't even remember the name of the place they were working at. But you know, corporate fear and trepidation, right? Hey folks, say hi to the internet. It's the internet, folks. It's the internet. Say hi. Everybody's got tinted windows. God forbid we be able to see who's in a vehicle, right? Number one way to not get pulled over by the popo, do not tint your front windows. Number one way. They fucking hate that shit. You say, well, I like tinted windows. Yeah, okay. Well, do you like getting pulled over by the popo? And in the olden days, I used to get pulled over all the fucking time. Hey, what's up, kitty cat? See, this, I must have startled it. Cats love me. I must have startled the kitty kitty. Where is it? There's a kitty kitty over there. Hey, kitty kitty. I must have snuck up on it. They usually love me, but that one's running away. I'm a cat person, just in case y'all haven't figured that out right now. Yeah, I think you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want on the back windows. I'm talking about just the front windows. They want to see who's driving that car. And I want to continue to move about the map unmolested. So, whatever that says about me. Oh, the popo snuck up on me. SPD. What's that mean? Clever. This is a clever one. He actually, I was distracted and he came and sat up here. They generally leave a person alone around these parts. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you can. I mean, you can tint your windows, but then what comes along with that, right? You certainly can if you're so inclined. Yeah. Whew. I needed this. See, I was getting a lot of neuropathy and numbness in my feet, and I said, well, shit, I better go take a fucking walk. And maybe I'll go over to Z's and this live chat will fix my, they'll fix the neuropathy in my feet, perhaps. Yeah. Who knows? I can't call it. Thanks again for the $10, Rob. I'm pretty sure I was OTW's first. Pretty sure I was his first super chat. So Rob will be forever remembered. Although not really, because they like to say that the internet, remembers everything, but that's really not true. There's all kind of shit I've done on the internet, and there's no, as far as I can tell, there's no trace of it. It took me like an hour yesterday because I was trying to find my old posts on a message board. SoSuave.net, hilarious, right? And back when Benton's ego was tied up in what piece of arm candy he could have. But indeed. Now, if I knew I was doing this, I have like a nice rig, I have a nice setup for holding the camera and everything, or the phone, I mean, where I could get some better angles of what's happening. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, Z's about to go live. We may have a little crossover with the start of his show, but probably won't be live too much longer. And then look at this play. Oh, thanks, Monel. Appreciate you, as always. Is this a gay bar? I mean, you think I would know, but actually, like EBT says, gay is an activity. So I don't meet that standard, thank God. The Lil Dude Tavern. Yeah. Oh, sorry, sir, I didn't see you there. We got homeless people. I'm on the internet doing a live broadcast. Apologies, waking up the homeless here. More kitty cats. I said hi to this one earlier, this black cat. I think it's the same one. And I think that says something about how distracting and immersive these live streams are, is that normally I'm extremely aware of my environment. I've trained myself to be that way, and I got within 10 feet of that guy before I saw him. That's very unusual. Very unusual. Oh, and when I walk on this Enterprise lot, it's going to start playing a very loud message telling me to fuck right off. And in fact, sometimes when I'm on the other side of the street, it starts doing it. Bizarre. It's going to be loud as fuck. Or it may not do it at all. I don't know. We'll see. say Rhode Island. Hmm. Oh, it's a rental. There it is.
Under live surveillance. If you are here to return a vehicle, please do so. If not, please leave the premises immediately.
Well, I was already leaving the premises.
Business hours.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's this thing talking about? I was already doing that, sir. It's actually way louder on the other side of the street. I guess it just projects outward. It's actually not that bad, although I do have headphones on. Yeah. Yeah, bizarre, indeed. Yeah. Well, and again, it's a dystopia, right? I mean, we know that, so I mean, why would we not expect that in a dystopia? Why would it be? Man, I'm out of shape, man. Historically, I've got pretty good cardio, and I can tell I've been sitting on my ass a little too much. Here's our sign, Music Holds a Secret. This is me and Music Holds a Secret sign right here. That's me and his sign. Get me in. Yeah, Jack. No trucks, baby. Ha ha! How about you? No trucks. Yeah, the truck route is over there on Wheeler. One of the truck routes. So I guess they try to cut through here sometimes. I don't know. Who knows? And the chicken man, cluck, cluck, save a buck. You know, Arkansans got to have their fucking fried chicken tenders, right? Cluck, cluck, save a buck. I guess I'm probably going to end up revealing my secret location, but at this point, I don't even really give a shit, to be honest with you. It's not an invitation for anybody to come on down, but I'm not sure it even matters at this point. Chicken man. Cluck, cluck. Save a buck. I guess it's backwards, though. Y'all can't really read that. I've always liked this town for some reason. This motherfucker's dead, though. You know, there was a time when I lived here, and there was traffic and economic activity. You know, this motherfucker is dead. More and more potholes in the roads. You know, it's wild. But $450 for a borderline shithole apartment is available. And if one was willing to, and I'm not trying to get people to move here, I'm merely stating that, you know, this is one of the places where a person could buy a halfway decent house for like $70,000 or $80,000, right? But as I've discussed at various times, culturally, that's a bridge too far for a lot of people. Yeah, Van Buren, the town across the Mississippi, no, it's Arkansas. The town just east of here is also the same way. A lot of very affordable houses are available. And if a person wasn't picky, you could probably find something for around 60. Yeah, headed for the highlands. Well, and you know, I'm a city boy. I grew up in a city. It was a small city, but I personally have little to no interest in living, you know, away from an urban area. I'm just not interested. I like to be able to walk around and shit. You know, have a chat with the people here and there. I'm isolated enough. We are isolated enough, right? Give this fella his space here. Run over. Looks like he wants to be left alone. Good morning. If I can get out of the street here. Have a good day. Yeah. No, I don't know how to work this thing, so we didn't even see him. Yeah. See, that's part of what them Jehovah's Witnesses done to me. I can tell when somebody don't want to be bothered. And if he wanted to talk to me, you know, I would have known. I would have been able to tell. And here's the YouTube, not this one, but the YouTube famous Stonewall Jackson Inn is just ahead. And that's one of the places I talked about. Harrison, Arkansas. These YouTubers go there because it's been promoted as the most racist town in the country. Mostly because there's a KKK headquarters in the area, but this is famous for perhaps being the shittiest motel in the country. So there's YouTubers like to go in there with black lights and all that, and then just, you know, see just how terrible the motel is. So this is one of those places, Stonewall Jackson Inn. Here, let me turn the camera around so y'all can see it. There we go, Stonewall. I'm a big fan, you know, probably completely fake, right? But you know, if I'm willing to accept certain things about the official fiction, I can relate to. I feel like I can relate to Stonewall Jackson on some level. Through here without getting run over. Apologies for the shaking. Again, impromptu broadcast. Certainly won't be stepping onto the property here. And in typical Arkansas fashion, you see a lack of sidewalks in certain areas. Oh, here it is. We have a sidewalk now. I was in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and a younger person, because Fayetteville's kind of funky and actually a little artsy-fartsy and kind of lefty in a way. But a lot of these people, they've never been anywhere. Like they've never left Arkansas. And this younger guy, he said something about, he tried to compare Fayetteville to San Francisco. I said, well, I've been all over San Francisco. I said, can we build out the sidewalks before we compare ourselves to San Francisco? Because there's like main streets in Fayetteville that don't even have a sidewalk. So can we do that first? Yeah, there's the Stonewall Jackson Inn. Indeed. Give them a call, I don't know, or don't. Give them a call or don't. And I think maybe they shut it down and remodeled it a little bit, but I don't know. It used to be a little shittier, if you can believe it. But if anybody's curious, just go on YouTube and, I thought he was turning. Just go on YouTube and type in something about shittiest motel, or maybe just Stonewall Jackson Inn, Fort Smith, Arkansas. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then I'm still trying to figure out what's up with all these, you see all those SUVs over there. They're all more or less the exact same color and model of Cadillac crossover. So now, it seems like maybe there's less of them over time, but I'm wondering if the manufacturer is not, because this thing's shut down as far as I know. This used to be an actual car dealership, or, you know, like a chain, a regional chain or whatever. But maybe the manufacturer pays them to store some of this leftover inventory. I'm not really sure. I can't call it. Then you got the discount tobacco. Now, is the plywood as expensive as the glass at this point? You see all that plywood, you know, and we know plywood prices skyrocketed. Yeah, now it's a car park. That's right. That's right. Indeed, indeed. I guess back in my drinking days, that's probably where I would be walking to get booze, but no more booze for old Benton. Here's a liquor store. You can't see it though, it's all lit up. And then, you know, they talk about conservatives, and this is a conservative area, so-called, but like I like to point out, all cities are blue cities, but there's a coffee kiosk, or whatever you want to call it up here, and where a lady in a bikini with her butt cheeks hanging out will happily serve the fellas, or I guess some of the gals. I mean, it is 2023, right? You know, serve them some espresso or whatever. So we'll wander by that. I don't think she's here yet. And again, there's nothing I can do about the shaking. So. Yeah, older cars. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. And see, I don't like all that electronic bullshit on the inside of the car, because when I worked for My first job when I went back into the workforce back in 2018 was at the airport in Austin, and I drove rental cars. So when people returned the rental cars, I would drive it to wherever it needed to go in the parking garage. And that's all I did my whole shift for the most part. So I got to drive like all the late model cars and little pickups or big pickups and SUVs. And I don't like all that electronic bullshit on the inside of the cars, right? I just want some dials and some fucking buttons, man. Something else I like about my Versa, very simple. I prefer the simple. Yeah. Yep. Well, and as EBT will tell you, you can fix a lot of this stuff, but then it comes down to, what's the cost going to be, right? Now, in retrospect, I think I'm done with manual transmissions. I love driving them, but dude, people don't even know. Like if you try to go to a Firestone and, if you need to have the fluid changed or what, they just don't know what to do. They have no frame of reference. It's just such an uncommon thing now, right? And they do make a Versa hatchback with a 4-speed automatic, believe it or not. As shitty as that sounds, it's the CVTs that are the problem. Stay away from the CVT, right? But these guys are smart. I notice they get to work real early to beat the heat. So I like to see that work ethic, get up and get some shit did. Oh, Z just went live, so. See, I could be the intro to Z's show. Instead of that, he could play that music and be showing my audio, you know what I'm saying? More collaborations. But yeah, here's she's there. Okay. Sorry, lady, I didn't know you was at work already. I wasn't trying to get your butt cheeks. I really wasn't trying to put your butt cheeks on my live stream, but yeah, too late now, so there's always that. Oh man. Good God, y'all. Oh, here he comes. He's coming for the butt cheeks? No, he works there probably. Yeah, I was wondering, the guy pulled in. I said, is he here for the butt cheeks? Because we know they're not there for the coffee. Right? Coffee anywhere. It's like back in the day, I really loved Hooters hot wings, but nobody would believe me. They thought I just wanted to go to Hooters. Right? All right. The human approaching. Yeah. Probably don't want to talk to us either. Uh-oh. Oh, we're crossing the street. No offense. Not trying to talk to anybody right now. I'm on the internet. I'm on a live stream. 19 people are listening to me walk around and jabber, if you can believe it. Man, I ain't dumb enough to smoke, and why ain't you got one if you smoke? Hey, ain't that your job to have your cigarettes for your habit? I'm not involved in smoking cigarettes. And if I was a smoker, why would I have one for you? That shit never made no sense to me. You got a cigarette. Hell, what if I did? I'm not going to just give them away. You got to be rich to be out here in 2023 just wandering around handing out my fucking cigarettes. People are crazy, man. Got a cigarette. See, I got it all, Jack. Monell's sending more money. Thanks, Monell. Yeah, man, but got a cigarette. I ain't dumb enough to smoke. Must have lost your mind. That's an intelligence test. Some people is failing. What's up, OTW? What's crack-a-lackin', partner? We just wandering around Arkansas here. And, these people that think this is the greatest country, we went by earlier and we toured the people living in their cars in the Walmart parking lots. We just got somebody hit us up for a cigarette. Thank God we don't smoke. Not that we would be passing out expensive cigarettes in the first place. Right? Certainly not interested in any of that. Got a cigarette. Please. Oh, man. $10 for 20 cigarettes. May as well just, yeah. I mean, really, think about it. You know, set the money on fire, keep one's health, and I still get a kick out of people who I know for a fact smoke cigarettes and go to fast food trying to. I had somebody that I know for a fact is not in that good a shape, smokes cigarettes. Somebody I know over the internet, right, that I've known for a while, metaversally, and you know, probably not in that great a condition. I know for a fact. And look at these bozos. Who the fuck drives down the street side by side? They just side by side. They don't even make no sense. Oh, they're probably looking at TikTok videos, most likely. But and then he's been posting comments on my channel about how fruit is gonna kill me. Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure it's not the fruit, man. But then he posted and said, "What's up?" And I was like, "Benton's dead. He died of a fruit overdose." I mean, that's really where the fact is, significant portions of the so-called truth community believe that fruit can directly kill me while they suck on a cancer stick and eat McDonald's. No, it's not Nubs. It's somebody y'all don't know, actually. But I know him from the CBO, the old CBO Discord. And now we got to cover our ears because motorcycles love to rev their shit when they see a pedestrian. And you never know when it's going to come. Blow my fucking ears out. That's happened a time or two. Hey, here you go, Music Holds a Secret. There's the Sizzler, the Western Sizzling. You can get you a broiled sirloin steak over there. Probably gonna eat me some meat. I think I might try to eat like half a steak and see how bad it fucks me up. 'Cause I know I'm gonna improve over time enough where I can actually eat, you know, some amount of steak, right? And part of the reason I haven't fucked with steak is that I'm so used to just eating like massive amounts of food, you know, in the past that it's going to be hard for me to just eat like 4 ounces at a time. So there's always that, right? How about you? There you go. Yeah, get your steak every now and then. The eggs are working for me, so maybe I'll step it up on the eggs. See how that goes. I don't know if I got too much more to say. Yep, steak on the grill here in a bit. And if anybody talks to Z, I'm really not trying to go up against his broadcast. I just happen to have some stuff to say. Had a few things on my mind this morning. Not that I've really, most of what I was kicking around right before I went live, I never quite got to, but that's okay. That's all right. Anything else too interesting in this area? Downtown is halfway interesting for an Arkansas town. It's one of my favorite downtowns is here in Fort Smith, believe it or not. Maybe we'll go see the hanging judge, because I don't know if y'all know, but let's do this. Like 5 miles that away or less is like where the Trail of Tears, apparently, you know, that was like a stopping point for the Trail of Tears, because across the river over there into Oklahoma, that was where the Indian territory started, you know, if any of that was real, right? But yeah, that's where that was going on. Maybe we'll go down there and walk around. There's a national cemetery here too. We'll do that at some point in the future, probably. Although this is really the only time of day I can do that. Thanks, JFK Beta, much appreciated. 2023, indeed, sir, indeed. Good to see you, as always. As always. I don't know, maybe we'll go get in the car. Maybe we'll go get in the car and go downtown. What do y'all think? I don't know. Should we do that or not? It ain't even daylight. I need to go do my shopping, but at this point, does it even matter? I mean, realistically. Fuck it. I'm gonna let the chat decide. What do we do? Do we stay live and go downtown? Or do we call it quits for now. Because later on, when it's hot and muggy, I ain't going to be doing none of that walking around. I assure you. Happy shopping? All right, Rob, let's ride, man. Let's ride. That's enough for me. One of the OGs of the channel here. And again, I guess we're doxing. I guess old Benton's doxing himself, so why not? If you come, just realize I'm armed at all times. So be aware of that. Not that I would necessarily do any harm to anybody, but I certainly would not like to be placed in a self-defense situation. That wouldn't be good for anybody now, would it? 25 bucks. Boy, y'all are generous. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's awesome. Whew. Unfortunately, that means we're giving YouTube some of that. It is what it is, right? I might get me, if I end up sticking around this town, I'll probably get me a P.O. box. Let's see, what did you say music holds a secret? Yeah, 10 my time, 11 your time. Yeah, that's because the library opens at 9, and if I can motivate myself enough to pack my shit and actually, take a shower, right? So I am allergic to showers on some level, but I have soap now, believe it or not. That's why I gave you 8. Thank you. Oh, I see. I see what Monel, she factored in that YouTube was taking a cut. And I got to temporarily try to keep my voice down here. I don't want to wake up everybody as we enter the hobble. And yeah. And man, I came in here the other day, and there was a dude up there on that landing. But if you come in from that door, you can't see him. It's strange, man. It's bizarre. I was like, what's he doing up there? Very strange. He was working. Lurkers. And that door don't go nowhere. So what the fuck is he doing? You never know what kind of crazy mofo will be able to deduce my room number, right? I'm hoping Yurt goes live here in a bit. Maybe I'll pop onto his broadcast. Let's check the, we got 54% battery. Well, that's not going to work. Where's the, let me take my backup battery. Bad boy. Take that with us. Take some water, of course. Yeah. The old Nalgene. See, I could be Z's B-roll. We could just be showing my video in the background while he talks. That's his show. It's just things I think about, right? Guess how many times that thing's been turned on? 0. In fact, I'm wondering if they're going to think I stole the remote because there's no remote in here. All right, where's the battery in the backpack? Apologies, folks. Working on the fly here. Oh, God. Ah! This thing. And there's the deal that holds my phone. Give me a second. I got to put this all together. Oh, shit. I guess if this was Joe Cool's place, we'd have a mirror. There'd be a mirror right there. No remotes. Oh, I remember them days too, Jack. And that was, depending on where I was as a child, that was my job. Hey, go turn the channel. When I was a youngin'. We're old. Getting old. What a blessing. Can we even do this, Benton? Which way does this need to face? Okay, face that way. All right. Now, do we have time to hook up a fancy dancy microphone? Is the question. Hold up, I gotta take this. Gotta remove this. All right. That's the only thing I don't like about this is my hand gets in the way. It's got these two handles, but it's kind of unusable. Yep, scintillating content, sir. Scintillating. There's where the magic happens. And then we take this thing apart. She's modular. She's modular. And then this will go on the bottom of this bad boy. Maybe. Might have to spin y'all around here. You spin me right round, baby, round, round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. If you get car sick, watch out. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Yep, that's right, like a record, baby. How? And now this goes, if I can find the, this goes on the top. Bam, what y'all think about that? See if I can show y'all what we're talking about. Not very expensive, by the way, to buy all of this. I think the most expensive other than the phone was the actual, that mixer's 99 bucks. And I've got a lavalier microphone, but I don't know if I'm even gonna fuck with that at this point. Just leave it alone. Going on a field trip. Did y'all get your permission slips? Get your permission slip signed and turned in? We're going on a field trip. I'm gonna have to hit the head real quick. I'll be right back. BRB. Welcome to disorganization. Oh, baby. Is it the shoes? It's gotta be the shoes. It's an episode of Mr. Rogers now. Almost there, folks. Almost there. Thank you for your patience. The impromptu nature of the broadcast. Sometimes this is just past that. I used to have a butt too. Look at this. No acetol. Ridiculous. Come on. Come on. Grab some cables. I don't really need the headphones for this, so I think I can just plug directly into the mixer, right? Yeah. I'm 12. Is Patrick giving me the business down there? I used to have a butt, man, I'm telling you. I used to notice that. The guys were there just like, exactly Hank Hill when it was the pants were just flat. Now that's what I never was like that. Even when I was graduated high school, 135 pounds, I still had a butt. Good Lord, I was athletic. Played sports. Shit. This is unprecedented. Can I get a mic check? How's my audio? Can I get a mic check? Can you hear me? Am I on the phone or am I on the shotgun mic? Can somebody please tell me? That's something I've noticed about the live streams. If I'm accidentally on the phone mic, nobody ever tells me. So, where are we at? Audio's bad? Really bad. Okay, thank you. Let's fix that. Appreciate it. Really bad, he said. How about now? How about now? Well, no, it wasn't good. It was on the phone mic, and that's not good. We don't like phone mic. We'll go earbuds with mic if we need to. Still bad? Huh. Better? Hello, hello. No, we don't want the much better. No, it wasn't, no, it was not much better before. No, we don't want the phone mic. Yeah. I didn't pay $150 for fancy equipment to be on a phone mic. Yeah. It's crackling? Okay, thank you. That's what I need to know. How about now? If not, I'll just touch the table. Well, if we need to, I'll just go with the earbuds. So I need your help here. I don't need to know that it was better before because that was the phone mic, and I know what a phone mic sounds like. Yep. All right. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, did it sound good, Dean? How about now? It was good for a second. Okay, I think I finally got the settings right. Mic check, mic check. Yes, I know you could hear me better, OTW. I'm aware of that. I need to know if this sounds good. I'm not troubleshooting it by refusing to use my expensive equipment. Can you not understand what I'm saying? I don't need to know that it's fucked up and it sounded better on the phone mic. But thank you. This is what I mean. People just don't listen to what I'm saying. And I started out by saying, I know I'm on the phone mic, right? Crazy, man. Y'all crazy, man. I have no idea where the earbuds are. We'll just do this, see? You're right. I'm not very good at multitasking. You know why? Because my short-term memory is dead. My short-term memory is gone, man. It's a wrap for old Benton's short-term memory. So that's why. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Much appreciated. Sorry for being a dick, but I am an asshole. By the way, I want to be remembered properly when I'm gone. I'm a fucking asshole. So let's not leave that part out. But I'll troubleshoot the fancy mic on my own time. I'm on y'all's time now. Sorry for being a dick, but I can't really help it. My apologies, OTW. I'm really not feeling that good today, but that's not an excuse. But I'm using it as one. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. All right, where's the battery? You're right, see what I'm talking about? Totally scatterbrained. I don't know how I can even do broadcasts at this point, to be honest with you. See, I just had it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Butt fetish. Well, I'll tell you about the butt fetish here in a second, but without being graphic and maybe not in the way you might expect. But I got something to say about that. Partner. But yeah, I'm gonna have to not dox myself. So give me a second. I think that's all we need to hit the road, Jack. Motherfucker. I'm just gonna have to cover the cam. Well, and that's an interesting point, OTW, but I come from a long line of straight up assholes, so it's like, you know, when we talk about our true authentic selves, you know, some people's just assholes, right? I mean, realistically, that's the way I look at it. And for better or for worse, I'm one of those. But thanks for 13 in the house, by the way, because I think that's about right, just about the right number of people, in my view. So, much appreciated. We'll hop in the Versa. Maybe. There she is. Yeah, like that thing on the window, like that's going to do anything, right? The sunscreen. Okay, I'm the good kind. It's just, you know, I'm dealing with some things physically that maybe not other folks may not be dealing with. So, I was raised to never use excuses. So, I do my best not to try to use my health as a crutch. Just be like, yeah, I know I was inappropriate and talked a bunch of shit, but I'm sick, so it's okay. It's like, no, not really. Not really, sir. Hang on, let's do this real quick. And it's a real short ride to downtown, so. Oh, now I'm afraid I'm going to break the phone, though, because there's no case on it. So hang on, we can't do that. It's going to put you in the, it's going to put you all in the mount that came with the car. But we'll just do this instead. Running like a top. Okay. You don't want to see the red or me. Can't see either one, sir. We might go to Oklahoma. How about that? You want to go to Oklahoma? They say, not really. Not really. This is going to be way too jumpy. If you're prone to motion sickness, I don't know what to tell you. But thank you for helping troubleshoot, by the way. And I know I sound sarcastic, but I'm not. Sorry about that. Slamming onto the brakes. All these driveways are so fucked up, and one thing about these little cars is it's easy to just completely destroy the front end. I have to go slow as fuck over these little bumps. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, is it illegal to watch the road through a fucking phone? Right? I don't know. Well, it might be illegal, but it's lawful. Oh, okay. Whatever that means. Little Caesars, used to be one of my favorites. I've crushed many a Little Caesars large pepperoni. Meat's a, right? Or a, what do they call that? Original most bestest or whatever the fuck. There's the King Tobacco. That's where I got the alternate cannabinoids recently. All right. Remind me to put the body cam on when we get up here, especially if we're gonna be setting a foot on the national park up here. You never know when the feds might wanna. I don't like going on to Fed territory, to be honest with you. So, what gear are we in? Okay. And yeah, I drive slow like an old man. Ever since the gas spiked up, that put an end to my speeding. And then having a CDL, obviously, I don't want to deal with it either. Oh, shit. Back over there. Thought he was turning left. I remember the old days when if you drove slow, everybody just passed you. Now they hang out. They try to hang out a lot of times. He's probably on his way to work, though. Now they try to hang out so they can look at their phone. Get in a big group, watch TikTok videos going down the road. That's America, y'all. Making traffic where there's no reason to have traffic so everybody can look at TikTok. Or even Telegram, maybe. Or their Facebook feed. Oh, let's cruise by the old rent house, the rooming house I used to live in. I'll show y'all where I used to live when I first, because I used to live here and I worked at a gas station. We'll just take the tour. How about we take the tour? If we can keep it above 10, hopefully, double digits. If y'all, you don't have to agree. You're not obligated, obviously. It's the internet. We're all free people. You can go do what you want. But one can go do what they want. But and then here's where a bizarre occurrence happened. Ex-wife number one, her dad lived in this town before he moved to Bentonville, and I had a bicycle because I did not have a car, and I bought a bicycle. And I came down to this U-Haul place over here to air up my tire on my bicycle, and I ended up blowing up the tire like it exploded. And I was pushing it back up the hill, and there was ex-wife number one. I guess she, maybe one of her family members owns a house up here or something. I don't know. It's a bizarre experience. I think she pretended not to know who I was, and I'd lost weight too. You know, she'd fattened me up, and that was like, you know, I was in real good shape. It was just very bizarre. But that happened up here, top of this hill. I think there's a light up here. The light up here, maybe. Yeah. See these little houses? I know you can't see them because it's dark as fuck, but none of this is all of this is, some of it's probably over 100, but some of this stuff is definitely under 100 grand. Okay, yeah, stop sign. Yeah, this house, maybe, if my memory. No, we're not there yet. Where are we? Jenny Lind. Maybe it was. It had to be that street, though. It's funny how the memory works. You want to hold a camera and drive a shift a manual? Is that what you're saying, sir? Oh, okay. It was. Where was that? Anyway, maybe I'm misremembering. Here's a Vietnamese Christian church, by the way, on the left. That's a Vietnamese Christian church. Actually, that's a Buddhist temple. I know there's a Vietnamese Christian church around here. He has a decent amount of Vietnamese and Laotians here in this town. But I think I know my way around, and then it turns out I don't. That was you. Maybe that was O. Maybe the house was on O. Street. That's the Vietnamese Christian church. Not that you can see it. It is. We'll get there. I know that. Oh, we're 16 in the house. Fantastic. Yeah, let's keep that double digits. If I can remember how to get to this Wren house. I know we're close. I think we hang a Louis here on Dodson. I do believe. Hey, how nice of you to change. And then right on 19th. Ranchon. Yeah. Ranchon. Apologies for the shakiness of the camera. Yeah, very affordable houses for sale. All of these little neighborhoods. Now this guy, he's gonna have to sit there till I go. Watch this. Oh no, he's actually gonna go. I love pulling up to a four-way. Well, his shit's about to blow up, and we have to do the face-off, the fucking hockey face-off at the four-way. And then every time I try to predict their driving behavior on stream, they buck and make me appear foolish. But I'm used to that, right, TBE? I'm used to appearing foolish. Here's some free furniture on the side of the road. Hey, Benton, how about you go all around town in the fucking pitch black darkness and give us a tour of your town? Sounds like a good time. Everybody's clamoring for that. Oh, man, shame on the mess. Where am I going to park? Do this without drawing any suspicion to ourselves. Okay, oh yeah, next block up. That place is for sale. That's more of like law offices, I guess. So. Yeah, we'll park over at the Chinese restaurant. And will we even be able to see this place, Ben? That's the question. And I do have my I'm going to leave the car running, but I have my anti-theft in place, which is a manual transmission. That's good. Which most people these days cannot drive. Some old lady used to live in that place, and I think she must have died. I don't think anybody lives there. All right. I'm going to turn the car off. Fuck it. Oh, God. This is 19th and Rogers. There's a really cool, you can't see it, of course. Hey, have Benton, just go show them all the cool shit they can't see. That's a really cool old firehouse over there, one of my favorite buildings in the area. I guess I'm going to have to do this again when you guys can see. Although historically I carry a flashlight everywhere I go. I didn't realize it was this fucking dark over here, man. It's crazy. Maybe we can see it. Anyway, I lived in this motherfucker right here. No air conditioning. See, now they've upgraded the electrics where they can actually have window units. But when I lived there, the electric system, the wiring could not support those and I lived at the very top. Actually, that room at the top there, and I had a thermometer, and in the summer it would get up to like 125 degrees. It was wild. at $65 a week, and then when they upgraded the wiring, they jacked it up to 75. I was working at a gas station. Yeah, you can kind of see the place, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I lived there for a while. And number 2 was still living in Hot Springs, and she would drive up here and see me. And this one guy that knew me from living here, she showed up and he was like, "That's your woman? You know, that's your wife?" I was like, "Hell yeah." I was like, "Just because you bozos can't get a decent looking woman, what's that got to do with me?" Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to see shit. We're going back the other way. You ain't gonna be able to see nothing. And I remember there was a guy that lived here that I used to talk to, a black guy, and he, I can't remember his name, but I used to notice that he would broil all his meat, you know, in the broiler on the stove, because we shared a kitchen, obviously. And the shit would just be like black, you know, like charred meat. And then he fucking died, man, like not that long after. And I always thought about that. Whatever killed him, that damn charred meat didn't help nothing. Anyway, this would be great if we could see. Anyway, let's go downtown. I bet it's lit up downtown. And God bless Arkansas, by the way, no front plates. One of the states with no front plates. Oh God, here we go. It's been wild. Gary got caught in 60 mile an hour winds. Holy smokes. Good Lord. I'm a little disappointed. We haven't had any big thunderstorms. We've had some thunderstorms, but not the ones where it rains real hard. This is a part of the country where sometimes we get those gigantic friggin' storms where it just dumps, you know, a couple of inches real fast. Torrential downpour. This is a subtropical, by the way, technically. All right, we're going downtown. Now, one thing about this light will not change. This is a bizarre, strange light, so we're gonna have to actually go this way and go out the back. Of course, it will change now, since I said it won't change, but we need to go this way. And that Chinese restaurant used to be halfway decent it was super fucking cheap. I think it's closed down or it's something different. It was actually halfway decent for, you know. But yeah, there's the firehouse with the dome on top. I always like that. Oh, there's another fucking light there. Good God. I mean, what even is this? Oh, you can kind of see it a little bit, but not really. Benton tours the world in pitch darkness. Yes. Which way do I want to go? Almost there. We're effectively downtown. This is like the edge of downtown. Big old Catholic church, I believe. I think it's Catholic. There on the right. See, National Historic, not that you can read this, National Historic Site, National Cemetery. All right. Immaculate Conception. Yeah, indeed. No, I'm trying to signal with my headlights. Jet stream, something about the jet stream. Mm-hmm. Now that motel up there, you can't see it either, but once we get up there, that's where I stayed by the week when I first got here. It was $175 at the time, I think. And then walked across the street, and first place I tried to get a job hired me, the gas station. It used to be called The Point. I guess it still is, The Point Convenience. And now it's a tattoo shop next to it, but it used to be be a liquor store, and if they'd catch people shoplifting, they'd take them in the back room. The owners would take them in the back room and beat them up. No bullshit. And I guess the people thought that was better than having the cops called on them. Yeah, this place on the right, I used to work there. Yep. And now they just gonna follow me wherever I go. Follow me home on a multi-lane road. People didn't used to be like this. They really didn't, man. They really did not. People did not used to be like this. But anyway, I used to work here. And this place used to be so busy. We used to run three registers on the weekend, 3 clerks, and now it's almost always one at a time. And then we'd always run 2. There was never just 1 clerk, like ever. And now it's just, this is fucking dead as fuck out here, man. Oh man, we gotta make this light. Way to get pulled over for my driving here. Yep. Oh, let's cruise by the homeless encampment up here. It's not really an encampment, but there's a bunch of people that sleep up here. This is a bizarre intersection, if there ever was one. Yeah, I see them already. Damn, what's this with these lights on these timers, man? I gotta just sit here. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So this is downtown. That's a Garrison down that way, and this will be over there soon. I guess I should drive down Garrison. Fuck it, we'll go this way. What's up, Capricorni? Just doing a tour of my town in the pitch blackness when you can't see anything. Sorry for the shaky camera. It was all impromptu. And some street art here and there, not that you can see that. Anyway. And that's the homeless services right there. I was only in there a couple of times, but see somebody sleeping out there. Oh, they sleep. There's usually a bunch of motherfuckers out here, though. There's some of them sleeping. Welcome to America, greatest country on earth, right, folks? Right, folks? It's like, well, how many have you been to all of them? You really that sure this is the greatest country? You've been to all of them. Well, you only been to this one? Okay. And in this fancy place up here on the right, the people that I worked for at that gas station I showed you, then they built this place and got it up and going and then sold out. And I think they left town. But yeah, they moved the liquor store over here and built all of this. It used to be called Garrison Point. They changed the name to something else. Yeah, as we rear in a Honda Accord from Oklahoma. Yeah, peace, man. That's right. And a big old heart. Or it says D-face, actually. Interesting. Where do we want to park? Shortly entering federal territory. FYI. Ooh, I smell some barbecue. Damn. I think we got to turn here, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yes, sir. Here we go. National Park Service visitor parking only. Probably now on the Fed. Give me just a moment. Gotta put on the body cam. Just you never know what these fuckers will be up to. So, although at this early hour, probably nothing. Probably nobody here. But hang on. Get ready. Get ready for the jack boots or the park ranger. Here comes somebody already. What's he doing? That looks like it could be the popo. No, they're pulling in. What are they doing? See, so now isn't you gonna tell me this ain't spiritual gang stalking? Is it nothing happening? This motherfucker is dead as fuck. I pull up and park. This guy pulls up and park. You gonna tell me that's just what's the mathematical odds of that? I mean seriously, is this a thing that can even happen mathematically? Like run the numbers on. Hey, I bet you. You're going to drive all around and talk to your live stream, and then you're going to go to a deserted part of downtown, and as soon as you pull in and park, another car that looks like it could be the cops is going to pull in and park. Shit is weird as fuck. I ain't talking to that motherfucker. But thanks, Gary. Yeah, because that could be the popo. But what even is this, right? Like, but no, I'm not going up to, this is Arkansas, man. We're not going up to people's cars and the fucking, ain't even daylight yet. I have no idea what he's up to. I think the battery's dead on the. Fuck, I forgot the spare battery. But seriously, this is not real, man. How is this real? That this is happening? Like it can't be. It's not fucking possible. I'm telling you. Yeah, this battery's fully dead. Fuck. Oh well. See, now I don't even want to park here. Because now I'm going to feel like I'm going to go walking. As soon as I get out and go walking, they're going to get out and go walking. Do you see what's happening here? You can be the only car in an empty lot, park, and someone will park right. Well, see, but they kept their distance. But my point being, there's nothing happening here. I mean, this could not be more dead in this area right now. Like, couldn't be. So I don't even want to go onto the Fed now. Like, I'm going to back up and park on the city side. Because to me, that's I've been observed the whole time, and again, I am broadcasting Alphabet, Google, YouTube Tail Pit, right? And how can that be a coincidence? And then look at that style of vehicle. I don't know if y'all saw it. Hang on. But if you look at the vehicle, like that could very well be a cop, right? And the feds, I know, drive those style of vehicles around here. So like, but they haven't gotten out. They're just sitting there. Washington State, by the way. Like, what the fuck? Now, if I can remember where it is, I'm pretty sure I can park up here where it's not the Fed. Yeah, right here. I can park right here, and this is not the federal. Dude, why did I not expect that, by the way? I guess because I'm talking to y'all, but it's just nuts, man. Now, let's see if they leave. This will be the interesting part of that. Do they leave? Or do they just stay there? So fucking strange. What a strange life, y'all. I certainly am going to miss having these sorts of bizarre, things happen to me. I do enjoy the novelty of whatever this is, right? Fucking weirdos. Oh. And I think part of it's my fault because, I like to be alone. I'm a hermit. I prefer to be alone most of the time. So it's got to be my fault. I think they can detect in me. Actually, I'm going to bring the body cam anyway, just more, even as a deterrent, even if it's not on. Just so, at least make them think they're being observed. And since I used to come take my walks here in the morning, I know how to enter into here without having to go near that bozo. But we're going to observe them and see if they get out. And they say, oh, Benton, you're being paranoid. I don't know. I lived in the streets with nothing for like 6 years. I mean, pretty sure I've got this shit figured out over time. This type of shit happens and happens and happens and happens. It's going to be dark for a minute, but I think once we get on the main path over here, we'll have some light. Well, I definitely can't take my peace. Definitely can't take my peace onto the Fed. But we're free. I'm a free American, right? Isn't that the conventional wisdom? Hang on, give me a second. Get a plate number. It's Washington State. And I will tell you this, man, in my travels, what I noticed was that all across the country, man, the most common out-of-state plate that's not like bordering states, you know what I'm saying? It's always Washington. You see everywhere, if you really pay attention, man, if you travel the country, everywhere you go, you will see a motherfucker with Washington state plates. Even if you're not seeing Cali, even if you're not seeing, New York State or whatever, you will see Washington. It's something I've noticed years and years ago, and it persists to this day. So I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. But yeah, we're not taking our piece onto the Fed, that's for sure. And my fucking pants are falling down. Hang on, let me. I gotta get new pants. The 30s are falling off of me. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. What even is this? Oh man. Let's see if they get out. I mean, you'll never convince me they didn't pull up and park solely based on me pulling up and parking. And I bet I could just go over here. I bet I could have went down the street and then walked back up here and just sit here for an hour, and I bet nobody would come and park anywhere near any of this. There they are. Fucking weirdos, man. So, I don't necessarily believe it's a simulation, but this is, to me, when that type of shit happens over and over and over, and if you think about how mathematically improbable that is, that, whatever life I've lived and whatever life they've lived, we just happen to meet at this point and there's nobody else around. I'm not willing to accept, it does kind of point in the direction of a simulation. But then again, it's like law of attraction type of shit. It's like, I'm really fucking annoyed when people do shit like that. So it's almost like I'm bringing that to me, but like in the opposite way, where just there's something where a lot of people are drawn to that. It's fucking weird, man. Bizarre. I gotta get a flashlight. I'm buying a flashlight today. Normally, I hardly ever go anywhere without a flashlight. Gotten out of the habit. But yeah, this is the down by the river. That's the bridge just ahead there that goes to Oklahoma. Bridge over the Arkansas River. And they got all these exhibits about the area and shit. You can kind of see that. Sorta. Yeah, Fort Smith National Historic Site. What's this talking about? Security has always been a concern for the U.S. military. The Army designed the second Fort Smith, because I guess it was an actual fort, the second Fort Smith, 1838 to 1871. I guess that overlaps the Civil War, I think, as part of a line of forts. That's interesting. So, I wonder what happened during the Civil War. See, I used to know an old man here who was a Civil War expert. Hang on, let me make sure. See if they got out yet. And for all I know, they just work over there somewhere. They're just waiting, got here early. I mean, who the fuck knows? There's got to be an explanation, right? As part of a line of forts from Minnesota to Louisiana to separate the territory occupied by Native American tribes from that settled by American citizens. Interesting. American citizens. To provide protection in the event of an attack, military engineers called for the construction of a fort with 5 bastions, gun emplacements, and a massive stone wall that was 12 feet high and 2 feet thick. Fort Smith represents the last of a dying breed. From the 1840s on, virtually all frontier forts were built without walls. After Fort Smith was built, the cost of constructing a wall was considered too great in comparison to the benefit of a fortified defense. The fort walls remained in place throughout the federal court era, 1872 to 1897, affording a level of security for proceedings and the executions that took place. Because that's right, we're about to go see the gallows. There's a gallows right over here, where they used to hang people several at a time, and they had the hanging judge. I forget his name, but if you can just Google hanging judge Arkansas and it'll come up. Oh, here's the gallows. Here's the gallows. That's the gallows, folks, just ahead. Not lit up though. Yeah, that's the gallows, and that's I don't know what kind of federal building that is. I guess a visitor center. I suppose I've been in there at some point. But I think they leave this open, I believe. I don't think they lock it at night. Not really sure though. Go check out the gallows. Gallows humor? Maybe that's what I should rename the channel. Benton and his gallows humor. No, it's closed up. They do come out here and open it, I guess. Shit. I did not know that. Wonder if we can sneak in the back maybe. There's that car. It seems like the popo to me. It really does. That's what my spidey sense is tingling. You can't get in this motherfucker till later, I guess. I had no idea. I just assumed that they left it open. Huh. Okay. We'll see what we can see of it anyway. Kind of see that part sticking up is the gallows. Great tour, Benton. Tour the outside of things in the fucking dark before they're open. It's a great idea. Oh, well, maybe we can see through this little window. Yeah, executions at Fort Smith. Yep, there it is. That's what they tell us anyway. They used to hang them. I think they said like as many as like 40 in a day or something. Wild, wild stuff, man. All right, let's go down by the river. Maybe we'll get enough sunlight. Maybe we'll get enough daylight here. If y'all remain patient, thank you for your patience. If y'all remain patient, perhaps there will be enough light. It's getting light over that way. Yeah, we'll go down here by the river and read about the Trail of Tears. What's this say? What's this one say? Defending freedom. Oh boy. Oh, it's about the blacks for some reason. Was this Civil War blacks? Is this what this is? Defending freedom. I never saw such fighting done as was done by the Negro Regiment. The question that Negroes will fight is settled. Besides, they make better soldiers in every respect than any troops I have ever had under my command. Who is this? General Blunt, after the Battle of Honey Springs. Was that during the Civil War? No, 1863. Well, I don't know. When was the Civil War? I forget. American Civil War. Black infantry drilled. Wait a minute. See, my mind's in the gutter already. Black infantry drilled on the parade ground in front of you. At various times during the Civil War, Fort Smith housed 4 regiments of U.S. colored troops. Yes, it was the U.S. during the Civil War. This was Fed. See, this was U.S. held this apparently. See, I don't really know that much about the Civil War overall. One was organized locally. Drills increased after Confederate soldiers mercilessly massacred black troops. Uh-oh, we was racist, y'all. Drills increased after Confederate soldiers mercilessly massacred black troops who had surrendered at Poison Springs in 1864. Many of the troops were former slaves. Later that year, the 11th USCT on duty in Indian Territory battled Confederate cavalry in one of many Civil War skirmishes fought by Fort Smith troops. By war's end, about 10% of all Union troops were USCT regiments. I don't know if I believe that or not, but that's what they say. That's what they claim. Yeah, we was I don't know. We was soldiers. He a good boy? I'm really not. I just think that shit's funny, honestly. Remember, I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Grew up going to church with blacks, but yeah, anyway. There's the fort wall. I don't think we even want to read about that. Is that the same building? Huh. Interesting. I'm not going to read every sign out here. And I remember I came here with my dad, and years ago he came up to visit, and for a few days, and some fucking homeless person in here wanted to come talk to us. And finally I got mad. I said, man, I'm here with my dad. I don't hardly get to see him. Like, you know, we ain't here to talk to you. He just thought it was funny. I had to run him off. Was that in Spanish? Huh. All right. That's some bullshit. There we go. Trail of Tears Overlook. Site of First Fort Smith, 1817 to 1824. And like I say, there's a national cemetery that-a-way. Actually pretty close to where I parked my car. But I'm relatively certain I'm on city property where I parked. Relatively certain. And one good thing about Arkansas, most areas, they're not really trying to just show up and tow your shit away. Although I hope that's not foreshadowing, right? What's this? Oh, Indian Territory. Unfortunately, it's don't have the. Yeah, this is kind of cool here, the Indian Territory. And we are where? Can't even see it. Why is the left side in Espanol? I don't remember this being in Espanol before. Not that I care, but the line on the sidewalk behind you represents the 1834 boundary, interesting, between Indian Territory and Arkansas. Indian Territory was defined as the unsettled land west of the Mississippi River, not including states or previously organized territories. Indian Territory has sometimes been portrayed as lawless. Oh, but they was good. They's morally superior, just like the blacks, see? Indian Territory has sometimes... What was this? Okay, see, this is more normal. The sun's coming up and now people are just coming to the park. See, that part makes sense. This portrayal is inaccurate. Tribes had their own customs, languages, newspapers, schools, law enforcement, and governments. They brought these with them when they were forcibly removed to Indian Territory. Ooh. Tribes living in the territory faced many diverse challenges, including competition for resources, outlaws escaping justice, and white settlers. Uh-oh, better watch out for them white settlers, y'all, wanting more land. Because the land they'd already stole, that wasn't enough. They wanted more, see. The Fed also pressured them to assimilate into an Anglo-European way of life, which I'm sure they did. It's just the way this is being portrayed is hilarious. In 1890, the territory was divided into Indian Territory and Oklahoma Territory. In 2007, the two territories merged to form the state of Oklahoma. Fantastic. See, I'm not just paranoid across the... See, this I view as more normal activity, see? Although, what's this guy doing? I'm a guy on a moped. Fat man on a moped. And see, I'm gonna wait a minute. I don't want to have a walk with this lady. Although she might not want me behind her, so we'll wait. We'll wait a minute. Turn the camera around. See, I'm a considerate type, believe it or not. Maybe she'll want to say hi to the internet. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Suspicion. Yeah, no kidding. Indeed, indeed. Crumley, where do you live? He said his town has several Trail of Tears markers. So there's always that. Yep. All right, working out. All right, let's proceed. See, I used to do this type of shit. This type of stuff I used to do, go up and down some stairs. Go to the track and run sprints and run up and down the bleachers. Good on her, man. Especially when you see him exercising in Arkansas. That's got to be a sign of the apocalypse. We're going this way. I think. No, we're going that way. Benton deep into Fed territory here. We're on enemy ground. It's the interwebs. Yeah, no kidding. Suspicious. Well, yeah, a white man with a, what is pretty close to a buzz cut, wearing a body cam and recording in public. all right, as my shoes get wet and the dew, the morning dew. Oh well, they can't stay brand new looking forever, can they? There's a cannon. Let's load it up, man. See if we can get the cannon to fire across all the way across the river. Dude, this cannon, by the way, reminds me. Y'all are gonna love this. I was just walking around when I was homeless in Austin. I was just walking around one morning over by Guadalupe, and yeah, they pronounce it Guadalupe in Austin. It's not Guadalupe, it's Guadalupe. I don't know why they call it that. And it was game day in Texas, you know, and I was just, you know, walking. It's kind of on the edge of the campus, and I walked right past a fucking cannon, and they shot that motherfucker off like right after I mean, I was close to the motherfucker too. I was like, God damn, I don't know y'all's traditions here. I'm a Razorback. I wasn't familiar. I didn't realize I was about to fire the motherfucker off. Crazy. Ain't gonna be able to read this one, I don't think. Pioneering soldiers. Is this more racial propaganda? That's nothing. That's a nothing burger. It's like the river's down. I don't remember seeing. Oh, yeah, the river's down. Oh. And you know, of course, this is one of them things the locals just never come and check out. When I lived in that motel I was telling you about, when I first moved here many years ago, I would take my morning walks. I'd come down here. Yeah, it's funny, the things in our local areas, a lot of the locals never bother to appreciate. What's this? Rail guns can shoot up to 125 miles. Damn. Yeah. Anyway, I think, trying to go from memory, one of these is about the Trail of Tears. I wanted to read what it said. Because the last time I read it, it seemed more like it lacked the racial, you know, it lacked the white man bad lettering. But, you know, I bet they've redone all of these. I bet they've redone every damn one of these, and it's all racial propaganda, white man bad. Yeah, here we go. Osage Nation. Yeah, I like all this Indian stuff. And my mom's dad is half Cherokee, so I'm like an eighth Cherokee, whatever that means. 250 years ago, the river you see here flowed through the homeland of one of the most powerful Indian nations in the center of the continent. They called themselves Wajaji. Early French explorers spelled their name ouchage. Osage people lived and hunted from the woodlands, because see, they was morally, and maybe they were, I don't know, while they was scalping each other and cutting each other's throats. Osage people lived and hunted from the woodlands and rich river bottoms of present-day Missouri and Arkansas to the open plains of Kansas and Oklahoma, 250 miles to the west. God bless them. Sounds like fun, though, by the way. I think I would have been down for some of that. Changes came fast and furious after France sold the Louisiana Territory to the U.S. in 1803. Thousands of Cherokee had already moved into this region because white settlers, oh man, white man bad, were flooding into the Cherokee lands in Georgia, Tennessee, and the Carolinas. Fighting broke out. Then the U.S. Army set up a garrison here at Fort Smith to try to keep the peace. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they were doing. They was trying to protect the Indians back then, see? Osage leaders worried that crowding would lead the U.S. government to, yeah, see, this has all been changed. This is all different than the last time I was here. This is fucking bullshit. Or maybe I've changed since then, but I don't think so. Yeah, in 1808, the Osage received $7,500 in trade goods for giving up claim to 200 miles of Missouri and Arkansas. Well, I mean, but did they? Like, or did they realize that, wasn't the Indians thing was like, how can you fucking own the land? Wasn't that their trip? Yeah, anyway. All sociopaths paint themselves in good light, that's right. Osage Nation, I don't think so. Indeed, sir, well said. Yeah, there's the old Arkansas River. There she below. Maybe don't go swimming in that one. I don't know what to tell you. And that's Oklahoma on the other side, presumably. Yep. Yes, sir. It's nice now. It's not as humid as it was earlier. It feels good out here. Oh, something about Osage wood. Is that a type of tree? I don't know shit about trees. What's this one talking about? Oh, that's about the river itself. Yeah, we don't need that. I ain't got all day to try to find. There's one particular, whatever those are called, information stand. I don't know, placard. What do we call those? I don't know. I don't know that it's still here. Turn the camera around. No reason to get this lady on the live stream. Although she was on the live stream running up and down the stairs. But I had a reason for showing that. Woo. Indeed, indeed. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Leftist communist. That was a leftist communist, just in case. Now, she may not know it, but that's definitely a leftist communist. I could tell by the tattoo markings and the tie-dyed t-shirt and the expression on her face. Leftist. Hell, she's probably a government agent. Who knows? Go down there and skip some rocks. It's one of my favorite pastimes whenever we went camping in my youth. What the fuck was that? There's some kind of big boat out here. Damn, that's a big motherfucker too. Is there people on that? Huh. There's a barge, I think, maybe. Is that a barge? No, it's not a barge. No, it is a barge. All right, look at this. Let's check this bad boy out. Yeah, I should come down here more often. I used to come, like I say, I used to take my walks out here every morning many years ago. Pretty cool. What's that, sand? Here I come to save the day. I'm waving at them. I know they're looking at me, but windows are tinted. All right. That's enough of that. Maybe we'll have him in the background. Can't see him. I love this shitty ass state, as shitty as it is. I was out on my road trip, and I don't want to say where I was exactly, but somebody was asking me about Arkansas, and I said, yeah, it's a really horrible, shitty place that I love very much. You know, that's what it means to be from Arkansas. And oh, check out this boat. What is that? That boat? I know it's so far away you can't hardly see it, but so like kind of like a big fancy boat. Got to get better equipment. Oh, let me check. I forgot the. Oh, I got the battery on me. Okay, we got 37%. I don't know what they're up to. I wonder if they spent the night on the river. I guess there's probably cameras and microphones all up in these trees, right? I mean, surely there's no way the feds don't have all this under surveillance. I mean, it's got to be, right? I remember one of the last times I was in Hot Springs, Arkansas, downtown, one side of the main road going through downtown is the city of Hot Springs, and the other side is Hot Springs National Park. And I was heckling, you know, the park ranger who was all in his paramilitary gear. I was heckling from the other side of the street. It was fun. I might have that on body cam somewhere. I've been going through all these old, although I probably didn't even bother to save it, I've been going through these old hard drives that have been in storage. So the videos of me running around yelling at people about masks in downtown Little Rock, I've got all of those. The audio is super fucking loud though, because it's from my body cam and I was just like yelling, you know. But if I can remix the audio, we might play some of that at some point. I was drunk as fuck though, by the way. I had to be. There's no way I was under a 0.15. I mean, there's just no fucking way. But I'm one of the worst kind of drunks when I'm drinking, because I can be that drunk and, you know, unless somebody knows me, they can't really tell that I'm intoxicated. God dang train, Bo. Do I need to mute up? Can I mute up? Oh well. Apologies if it's too fucking loud. I like trains. I can't even see the train. I ain't walking back up there just to see it. Well, do y'all want to see me, or you want to see what's up ahead? I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing, to be honest with you. Oh, there's the pleasure craft. Let's check out the pleasure craft. Yeah, I gotta get better. I gotta get better cameras. I'm not even gonna attempt to zoom in. And the U.S. Marshals Museum is just straight ahead, down a little ways, but it's, I'm pretty sure it's still closed, not that it would be open yet anyway. And there's the local beer distributor, Bell Point. I thought about trying to work for them in the past, but because after driving a 53-foot trailer with a big old sleeper cab, it'd be a piece of cake driving that thing around town, I'm assuming. Although I know a lot of these companies, even if somebody has long haul experience, they still kind of make them work their way up to the truck. That's the way I understand it. Look at this, all muddy out here. And since I'm a truck driver, I ain't gonna go anywhere near him while he's backing up. I'll just let him do his thing. Yep, he's stopping. Okay. No, he's pulling up. What's he doing? Okay, he's parking. Good deal. Good deal. Yep. All right, reporting for duty. Forklifts in motion. Hey, some graffiti, some shitty graffiti. I'm actually a big fan of graffiti, but I don't like shitty graffiti. That's not good. That's not good graph there. Bad graph. There's really not a lot of decent graffiti in Arkansas. There's some decent stuff in Fayetteville. Maybe, hell, if I get the car where I can trust it a little more with the clutch, maybe we'll cruise up there someday and check out. It's kind of hidden, but I know where to go to find the pretty decent graffiti. Under the bridge. And see, you know, we talk about a lot of these cities, you know, people having homeless encampments and, you know, maybe trying to live underneath something like this. Well, in Arkansas, if they have to, because I remember people used to sleep down here. I'd take my walks and sometimes somebody would be asleep down there, especially when it's raining more. Oh, we just fenced the shit off. Oh, y'all think you're gonna sleep underneath our bridge? Fuck you. Sure you're not. I love being from the South, man. We will, well, actually, Arkansas hates homeless people. I'll go ahead and put that out there, but they probably living in their car maybe, who knows, but yeah. They do hate the homeless in Arkansas, I will say that, but you know, part of that is the homeless are not allowed to just take over everything. And I don't like that shit, man. So I've been to a lot of these West Coast cities pre-pandemic, and it was starting to happen. They was starting to take over. And I don't like that shit, man. I don't like that shit. That's not my style of art there. That's a little too polished. Some of these little Arkansas towns, have I been offline for a while? Was I offline? It just told me I'm live, so I don't know. Let me know. But anyway, to me that's like a corporate fucking, it's just too polished, right? And God knows what the city paid for that. And then look at these apartments, by the way. See, we ain't, you know, it's unusual to build some kind of cool looking, I don't know what you call those, townhouses, whatever. But it's right next to a gigantic transformer where, you know, back on the other side is a bunch of transformers. So these people are living underneath the fucking high voltage, you know? Like, what even is this? We got some cool old buildings, though. I do like architecture, I must say. Farmers market. Yeah, we're gonna have to go up to Fayetteville and go up to Bentonville, I think. We're gonna have to do that. Gotta get this clutch and the flywheel fixed so I can go where I need to go. Like and share. Thanks, OTW. Thanks, OTW. Hey, there come a truck. Ha ha. Sounding good. I never had a desire to. They look cool, but I never cared about driving one of them. I'm sure Musical The Secret's driven that style of truck at some point, I'm assuming, because they've been making trucks very similar to that for a long time. But look at this. Who the fuck would want it? I mean, this looks pretty badass for Arkansas, these lofts. They're goddamn underneath the high voltage, man. Are you kidding me? I remember when they were building this, I was like, really? They're gonna build it right beside the fucking transformers and shit? You wonder, it's like, oh, how's my Wi-Fi gonna work over here, right? This is nuts, man. It's completely insane. But yeah, what I was saying is a lot of these little towns with these little downtowns in Arkansas, they're kind of revitalizing them a little bit through like becoming a little artsy-fartsy. OT, live chat bot duties, all right. Benton doing some Earl, I don't even know what that means. Now that looks like it might be decent, whatever that art is down there. Of course, with my eyesight, I can't quite see it. I like the colors. Well, I guess we got to go over there. I've never seen that. Guess we got to go look and see like this stuff. I'm glad it's there versus just the brick, but also not my style of art. But you know, not everything's for everybody, right? Gee, I got to go look at this. This looks pretty cool down here. I wonder when they did this. Huh. I don't know. I'll switch the cam back in a minute. Let me check keep an eye on the battery, 34%. I think we'll make it. I got my backup battery in case, but the phone heats up so much when it's charging and live streaming. I prefer not to have to resort to that. Wonder what these cost. See, this is, well, I guess they sell these, right? Wouldn't this be something one would buy? I don't know. It's got to be affordable though, as long as you don't mind, you know, being locked down in your home for however long next to the high voltage. See, is it my imagination, but I feel like I'm already, you know, I feel like I can sort of, there's like something's changed in my brain almost. But maybe I'm just imagining that. I don't know. Yeah, lovely loft you got there. Good God, man. Oh yeah, this is cool stuff. I like this. See, the city probably had nothing to do with this, so this is why this is actually appeals to me, most likely. Got to start heading back the other way though. I don't like being away from my car for this long when it's not in an actual parking spot. What is this, a youth center or something? Oh, I know what this is. This is, oh, it's a thrift store, huh? No, I didn't know what this is. I think this used to be like used to sell fruit out of here or something, I think. I love the colors. These colors are dope. What's going on? What a rat? What's the, what's that? What's that? What is that? I don't even know. Oh shit. We was kangs. We was queens. We was queens, y'all. This is damn near near those big head. What was that called? Them big head videos. Y'all ever seen any of them cartoons? This is damn near I forget what they call that. It's something big head. I love those kind of videos. I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. It was kind of this style of art in a way. She running with the dinosaurs, y'all. And hey, and I can't ever remember the chick's name. Wants to say I'm a reptile. Oh yeah, possum. That's right. You know I'm a city boy when I can't spot a motherfucking possum. Yeah. Man, well, look at that. Let's eat some shrooms, Christos. Shout out to Christos. Damn, this shit is wild, Bo. This shit is wild, Bo. I dig it, man. I gotta say, I do dig it. I know some of y'all ain't artsy, so I know some people are gonna find something else to do, and that's fine. If we can keep double digits, I'm happy. Yeah, that's pretty fucking dope. Tommy Tropical, eh? Maybe we'll have to Google him. Of course, I'll forget with my short-term memory. And then the homeless been out here. And then there's a homeless pile there. God only knows what's in there. And then, of course, the cell tower. But boy, it's not a lot of equipment up there now, is there? And this network here has got to just be intentionally bad. I mean, there's no way. It's got to be on purpose. There's just no reason for this. Poor network performance. You see, and then you see cell towers with damn near no equipment on them. So that kind of confirms some things for me. I have no idea if I'm in the shot or not, but anyway, this is going out of body experience. Going third person. I'm more of a first person type of fella, ain't you? Or no, that is third person. Yeah, I'm talking about myself. That's right. Yeah, I should be third person. I need to find me some homeless person. I need to just pick a homeless person and give them just enough money to get hopped up on meth so they can be my cameraman for like an hour. Get them motivated. Or maybe with promises of meth, but then their performance may not be up to snuff, right? Yeah, possums, man, yeah. Yeah, human face, that's right. Tommy Tropical has Instagram, dope. Where's he from? Does it say where he's from? I wonder if he's local. Because that's one thing I do like about, they talk about Detroit and all of these places coming back or whatever. Like, this is the type of area that's so affordable that, like an artist or a group of artists could actually come here and do whatever art they're trying to do and then, not have to spend their entire fucking day attempting to serve the corporate structure and make a living, right? But still be close to, actual, stores and things. Interdasting. They did that with Zach Hubbard. Hey, what's up, Thunder Chicken? Taking off with my camera. Oh, who? Shit, that's my best day. Somebody tries to take my shit. It's the best day of my life. Although I don't have my, usually I used to have white boy sprinter speed. And actually, yeah. That's why I don't like dogs. One of the many reasons. Ain't no reason to bark. Most of them can tell I'm a decent fella. Of course, I guess they got to do their job. some extent, earn their keep. Cats is like, fuck that, I'm here, that's good enough. Y'all just lucky I'm here. In the alleyways, in the back alley. Yeah, I got a camera person. Y'all can see my pimp walk. I got a little bit of my mojo back. I think the egg yolks and the dietary cholesterol and the sat fat, I think, is. I must have fallen below. I probably fell below like 650 on the testosterone and started acting like a bitch. Not really, but. This is Fort Smith, Arkansas. This is where I've been staying. Here he comes. Got to come check him out. There he goes. Hello. Yep, indeed it is, sir, indeed. Well, and they do come rouse the homeless, which I do appreciate, because I was homeless in downtown Little Rock, Arkansas, and I used to live here at Thunder Chicken also, so I know the area fairly well, although you couldn't tell earlier, right? If you were around earlier. But yeah, when I was in downtown Little Rock, the cops literally come around and rouse the homeless in the morning, which I kind of appreciate. It's like, yeah, get the fuck up. Get up and go do something, right? And you know, they're tolerated sleeping downtown as I was, but they can't just sleep till fucking 10 a.m. I got into it with some guy in downtown Portland, was sleeping on the sidewalk. It was like 10 a.m., man, and you know, I wouldn't have said nothing to him, but I don't know how we got onto the topic, but I was like, man, what are you doing? It's 10 o'clock in the morning, man. Get up. What the fuck? He must have started it, because otherwise I'd have left him alone. I certainly would never hassle the homeless just out of fucking nowhere. And when they used to fuck with me in Portland, that Portland hires these downtown people. I can't remember what they call them, but they hire these people and they go all around and fuck with the homeless. I used to tell them, I said, I wouldn't harass the homeless for $1 million. I said, your job is to harass homeless people. This is crazy. Yeah. Let's get a view here. I'm about to hang a right and head back to the car. La Puerta. La Puerta. See, they should patrol the Popo, but you know, they should patrol, but he didn't fuck with me. That's what I like. That's what I like. All right, we're gonna do our good deed for the day. We're doing our good deed. 'Cause I know what this is about. I've been there, kind of, but not really, but in a way. Sometimes they're too good to take my money, though, see? He thought about it. He thought about it. He said, do I really want to take this white boy's money? I might be too good for this white boy's money. Gave him a 5. He thought, oh, look at this. This is the most Arkansas thing ever. Check out this pickup truck over there. I'm not going to go into their property and film, because I'm not really interested in being told I'm not interested in being given directive this morning, but that's like the most Arkansas thing ever right there, that pickup. Not a Mexican though, surprisingly. Not a Mexican. Yep. Yeah, he's checking me out. Coming to Peterbilt. Man, just trying to make it. Hell, I should have gave him the $5, but he probably wouldn't have took it. At least he works, right? At least he works for his money. Ha ha. Indeed, indeed. Instead, I gave it to the drunk. Like I said, he probably wouldn't take it if I tried to give it to him. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. I can't call it. Guess we got to cross the street. Keep your head on the swivel. These drivers do not know what to do with pedestrians, I can assure you. That's probably the tallest building in town, although I think it's that First National Bank building. That's not it. That's pretty close. Anyway, let's get in the car and get the fuck out of here. Oh, that's where the barbecue's coming from. Boy, it smells good. I can't eat none of it. Well, maybe I could. I don't know. Maybe I could. Trying to wonder where I could go buy me a steak where they're not going to use some bullshit oil that's going to make me sick. Is that another possum? What is going on? What's the possum theme all about? I don't know. Oh, I'm not in the shot at all, am I? Okay. Benson dinner? Anything out of the ordinary, people's attention goes right to it, I can tell you that. It's 2023, hadn't we figured out that some people go around in public and record? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean. Oh, and they have no idea how to handle pedestrians. See, like, these people's brains cannot process. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm just going to wait for all these people to go. They can't process somebody about to cross the street. They literally won't know it. It's too much information. So I'm just going to wait. Nobody's turning, though. All right, I think we got it. All right, let's see if the gallows is open yet. What time is it? And then we'll get in the car. Well, I mean, it's just like these people won't really like, most of these folks are not going to be like, what are you doing? And try to be all aggressive and, you know, act like I'm doing something wrong. But it draws their attention, I've noticed. But one thing about, especially with Kim before the storm recording these cops on his phone, I've noticed if I just have the body cam, people don't get near as triggered. I don't know why, especially Popo, but it's something about that whipping the phone out that triggers a lot of folks. But the body cam, people just tend to ignore it, or they just kind of, every once in a while somebody thinks it's cool and wants to ask about it. All right, let's see if we can catch the guy. They probably don't open that shit till 8 though. I don't know, it's almost 7. What's this, more art? No, that's not. It's not art. Yep, just breaking their necks to look at me. Yeah, it's a man with a phone and a rig walking around. I know these folks would never engage in such activities. Oh, and I love that every once in a while running into a paranoid type who wants to know why I'm filming buildings. And then recently, I've forgotten the context, but recently there was some kind of shenanigans. And of course, the people who were trying to do crime or, you know, victimize people, they didn't go to the site and record. They went on Google Maps, Google Street View, to see whatever they needed to see ahead of time. See? Like, what kind of bozo? This is all on Google Street View. Google, yeah, every damn bit of this. You can probably, on the Google Maps, you can probably go through most of these walking paths, I bet. No, they haven't opened it yet. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. That car's still there, though. Now, this is where I get my comeuppance, and this is where it's made known to us that it's just completely normal that those folks pulled up right after I did. Make me look like a jackass. Later, Gary. Appreciate 20 in the house, by the way. Thank you, by the way, for the generous donations. The first I've received through the YouTube platform. So if I end up sticking around this area, I'll probably get a P.O. box in case anybody cares to donate. I guess we're going full grift. I mean, why not, right? Get the car fixed. I don't know, maybe we'll just tour the towns in Arkansas. Who knows? This guy, yep. Yeah, that's a guy with a camera, sir. I didn't know you were there. I didn't come here to record you. That's for damn sure. Well, you're just breaking your neck looking at me, that's all. So I had something to say, and you can say whatever you want, just like I can say whatever I want. I mean, yeah, man, now he's giving directives. He's giving directives, y'all. Don't you love, can you hear that? He's literally telling me what to do. I love it. And this is why I didn't park over here, and that's why I hesitated to even come on this property. Yeah, oh my God, it's a man with a phone. Call the authorities. What if, and meanwhile, if he would have just looked at me and then went about his day, I wouldn't have had shit to say to him. But you see, he started giving me fucking directives, man. Like I couldn't hear him because I was talking. That's one of my, oh, he's still looking at me. Look at this bozo. Is that what they pay you to do, sir? Get to work. This is America. This is Nazi motherfucking Germany, y'all. This is, I mean, it really is, if you think about it. This is Nazi Germany. But meanwhile, if he'd have been a normal person and just looked at me and said, oh, it's a man with a camera, and then went in the building, no, the motherfucker just stood there with his head cocked staring at me. Well, then I got something to say, because that's a man staring at another man, right? What do they say, fuck or fight? Well, you're not my type, partner. So I don't know what to tell you. And I don't fight. I don't believe in violence. I'm a pacifist. Although I will defend myself. Yeah, that's probably just somebody living in their car. I am a little touchy to these things, right? That's probably somebody doesn't understand. They probably don't even know they're on the federal, if they're actually from Washington, they may not even know that they're on the Fed. What a fucking jackass, man. Now, can we get to the car before the cops show up? That's the question. Yeah, they lose their fucking minds, man. But again, that's what I'm talking about with the body cam. If it's just body cam, nobody gives a fuck. They are dumb as fuck. What's up, G Still? Yeah, if it's just the body cam, I found most people either don't even notice, or I guess I do kind of look like a cop, and they just assume I'm the popo, or every once in a while somebody thinks it's cool and asks, right? It's like, what's up with that? Where'd you get that? Amazon. And they want to know. I think it's cool, right? God forbid you walk around with a camera or a phone. Oh no. What a freak. Like, and this is, by the way, this is how narcissistic people are. In his mind, I knew he was there, and I'm there to, and I'm like, man, I didn't know you were there. Like, what is this, man? Just go about your fucking, like, I'm not going to give him a directive, but it's like, bro, like, there's nothing to see here, man. I didn't know you were there. The fuck, I'm walking to my car. Oh, I'd love them to come pull me over, but they know better than that in this town. They know better than that. Fucking morons. Although the feds, I wouldn't put it past the actual fucking feds. Yeah, that's just somebody living in their car. Why they're over here though? Or they're disguised. There's a Fed disguised as somebody living in their car, potentially. All right, I'm gonna put y'all up on the dash. I think we might be done with the walkabout. I don't know, maybe I should go walk around and just talk to these crazy motherfuckers. But I really don't want to, honestly. Like, it could make content. Sorry. It can make content, but I don't even want to talk to these. I mean, I really don't. I really don't want to even talk to them. I want to have nothing to do with them. And meanwhile, what do you think the feds are paying that guy to do what? Like, and I didn't really check him out as far as, he didn't seem super intelligent, but, since I was kind of into my own spiel, he didn't really have my full attention, but, what kind of money does that guy make, right? But I gotta go, potentially sleep under a bridge somewhere. Oh, that's right, they built a chain link fence down there. Brake, oh, the brake's on. Yeah, we don't want that. The brake is on. Make sure I still got my money in my pocket. Hang on, paranoia. That bum seemed a little entitled. I know why he's sitting there. He's got to get his booze. Oh well. It's like he was too good for my $5. He might have just been out of it though. You never know. Freaking bozos, man. Let's go the other way and drive by the National Cemetery while we're over here. Am I gonna get pulled over for doing a 3-point turn? Yeah. Well, and part of that, me saying all that, was that I knew I was almost back to city. That I was just about to leave the federal land. So there ain't shit he can do. Oh, this don't even come out. Oh, what a bozo. I guess I'm forced to go back and drive by more random homeless gear that's been abandoned down there. Yeah, and that's another thing, man. I'm not putting pressure on the audience. I'm just saying, I'd probably have to start a different channel, right? But hell, I'll just travel around and fucking you know, check shit out, I'll drive all around the country, except for, you know, some places that I'm not willing to go. Look, there he is, man. There he is still. Now he's got his buddy. Got to see if I'm up to no good. Actually, they're going to unlock the gallows. That's what they're doing. Now, see, if I wasn't a fucking asshole, I would have just talked to him and been like, hey, man, when's them gallows open? He'd be like, oh, I'm about to open them. I'll just go open them right now, because I'm finna open them in like 5 minutes. But I'm a fucking asshole, so I got to make an enemy out of it for some reason. Why is that exactly? I don't know. There's the National Cemetery on the right, by the way. I don't think we're going to that, but you can kind of see it. Hang on. Kind of see it over there. Yeah. Those white things, those are graves, grave markers. But I'm not that, never had much interest in cemeteries. So. Me personally. Get the fuck out of here. Get on out of here. Yo, what's this guy? Is this guy's face tattooed? This guy's whole face is tattooed. Can y'all see this dude? Whole front of his face and sides of his face is tattooed. And look how he's dressed. This is fucking, I mean, look, I'm all for freedom. Do whatever you, it's his face, but it's just bizarre. This is Arkansas, man. Where's he from? Very strange. Very strange. Interesting times to be sure. This guy, what's he? He's armored up. See that guy? He looks like he had on body armor. He might have just been fat, though. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Sorry for yelling so loudly. It looks like y'all are having a good time in the chat. So, oh yeah, let's go see what the homeless are up to. Some of them should be up by now. Okay. So one way though, I forget I'm usually on. Here he goes. Here he is. Here he is. Yeah, there he is. What's up, Bubba? Golden State Warriors. Yeah, he's not having a good time. Not having a good time. Not having a good time. Okay. So one way. Headed back to the roost. Yep. Headed back to the roost. Oh, here's more of them. Look at this. There we go. Check them out. Yep. Oh, yeah. That's a male prostitute right there, folks. Not that I would know, but I can spot them. Or not that I would seek their services. Or any for that matter. Imagine being the type of weirdo sex pervert that paid money to, or provide drugs to that fucking ghoul in order to get down sexually. That's just sick, man. These white meth heads will do anything for meth. And I learned that because I was approached certain ways when I was living in the streets, and it's like, what the fuck? Especially as my body weight continued to drop over time. The phone's not too hot. Let me put the case back on. Y'all will be able to see a little better. Hang on, we're putting the case on the phone. Hold up. Hold up. Maybe we'll go take the tour in the daylight now. For those who weren't here earlier, Benton toured the fucking sites, but it was dark and you couldn't really see anything. What is this, man? What is this? Oh, there's this motel up ahead. This is where me and number 2 stayed. Oh, I forgot. You can't. I gotta go straight. All these one ways. Yeah, me and number 2 rather stayed here. Hell, I can't even pull in there. road's so fucked up. Oh, now we're wrong way on a one-way, by the way. It's not a good idea. Dip off into the... Oh, yeah. What's this fella up to? Waiting to go to work, probably. No, maybe not. I don't know. Hard to say. Yeah, buddy. There's my tire shop over here. I tried to go over there the other day and they was too busy, so I just left. Hung out a minute and left. Mexican tire shop, used tire shop. All right, let's get out of here. Back to my former workplace of many years ago. We'll cruise by the rooming house in the daytime and then head back to the roost. How about that? Scintillating content, then. Scintillating. First Presbyterian. Yeah, we're going to need a clutch job soon. I can feel it. Oh, sex worker. I'm sorry, not male prostitute. Sex worker. And apologies, I'm not able to see the comments just now. And see, back in the day when this town wasn't dead, I would never turn this way because it's hard to make it historically would have been hard to make a left up here. Oh, I may not even let me make one here, actually. I didn't think about that. Of course, we're going to do it anyway, but why wouldn't we? Or make a legal U-turn. There we go. $60K hot dogs. What? Oh, I'm completely out of the loop now. And they got nice buses now. We never had full-size buses when I lived here. I rode the fucking rattle trap to the super center. Now they got a nice bus. Once an hour. Well, it's a miracle to even have a bus. I mean, realistically, in Arkansas. When I was homeless in Fayetteville, all the buses burned down. I think maybe they just wanted to get new buses. They all parked in, wherever they park them at night. Every damn one of them burned to the ground. Not sus at all, folks. Oh, yeah, we can go check out the old firehouse. Check out the old firehouse. Now that we can see it. I've always liked this building. Sorry for the bouncy. Yeah, this thing with the dome on it. I always liked that building. For some reason. Cool shit, man. I'm gonna have to go back to the rig. Make up your mind, sir. Hang on. Yeah, there's the dome. Kind of see it. Sorry, I'm not the best camera person. I am thinking about, fuck it, I could just pay one of these people, one of the less disheveled homeless people. We can pay them to cameraman for me. And then, yeah, I guess at the end of it, they'll run off with the camera. That's their payment. I'll get one of my old cheap phones I don't care about. And, that'll be their payment when they run off with the phone at the end. I think, okay, now I understand what somebody was saying earlier. I get it now. I'm a little slow on the uptake at times. That's where I should have put y'all park here. Or should we even bother? This car's so small, I could almost just drive down the sidewalk. Hang on, we can do a drive-by. I'll get out real quick. Why not? For some reason, I have some sort of attachment to this place. It's never been the guy that used to run it, I was real good friends with. His name was Wayne. I'm trying to remember his last name. Wayne. But he died, and I don't know who runs it now. And I've never seen a for rent sign, so I think it's probably at maximum occupancy. But yeah, this gray one, this gray building, gray old house. I lived at the tippy top there but with no air conditioner back in the day. Look at this. Yeah, not creepy at all. Not creepy at all. And that's where old Wayne lived, straight ahead there, the guy that ran it. And he had a swamp cooler, because like I said earlier, the electrics weren't upgraded yet to support a window unit. And just his whole inside of his place was just dripping wet in the summer. Cause I don't know if y'all know anything about evaporative coolers, but they're not very effective in areas of high humidity. Yeah, hung out on that back porch a time or two. Indeed, indeed. All right, we'll dip around the alleyway and we'll trust, I left my car unlocked and running, we'll trust that the anti-theft deterrent, the manual transmission, for some reason somebody had happened upon it. Oh, what's that say? There's a sign on the back. I can't read it though. Like I say, if old Wayne was still alive, we'd go up in there, but he passed, how long ago? I don't remember. He was a former truck driver. He just told the secret. He retired from truck driving. He came and lived here in exchange for running the place, and they still 1099'd him. Can you believe that? He had to pay the government taxes on his, whatever the value of his rent was. And if he ever had to go door to door and knock on the door, if he had to, go to somebody's room, he'd always knock and say, "It's the government." Because he was a combat engineer in the Army. He's a good dude, man. It's really the only person I've had any sort of, halfway close relationship with that's passed in my whole life. That's a charmed, blessed life, right? Because like my dad's parents are both dead, but I wasn't close with them. My famous grandfather, we weren't close at all. And, while I had regard for my dad's mom, we weren't close. And I was pretty close with my mom's mom growing up, but she's got dementia now, and she's still alive. And I never met her. I never met my mom's dad, the half engine. And he showed up. He popped up when I was in college and wanted to, try to get to know people. And I was just like, nah, I'm good. I don't really need to meet that dude. I think maybe my sisters met him, but I can't remember. Huh. I was like, I think he gave me some money, through a third party. And I was working at the pet department in Walmart, and for some reason I got all into fish. I had these Oscars, and I think I probably just bought some stuff for my fish tank, I'm guessing. And apologies for the bouncy. It's probably actually better going back to the handheld. What do you think? What do y'all think? That's too fucking bouncy. Hang on, let's fix this shit. I can show you how shitty this town is now that it's daylight. Maybe we'll just cruise around, who knows? No more. No bad town. No more bad town. You want to talk about an old man? Is Carl around? I got something to show Carl, but it's on my computer. I don't have it with me, but I need to show Carl. I need to show Carl something, but I got a picture, a slab. I know he's fascinated with slabs, Slab City. Oh, do not enter. Now we're going wrong way on a one-way. Yep. Thank you, sir, for not honking or castigating me in any way, if that's the correct use of that term. See, I was on foot when I lived here. I wasn't concerned for the most part. We lived on a different side of town whenever. Oh shit. Bottoming out the Versa. Probably just the oil pan. So we'll see if the warning lights start coming on. See if the warning lights start coming on. Yeah, we lived on a different side of town. Got an apartment. I'm looking in the rear view to see if I'm. Oh, motherfucker. Now here's paranoid. We're gonna see if there's any fucking fluid coming out. God damn it. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Oh God. I can tear some shit up though, just for the record. It's one of my specialties. I can tear some shit up quick, fast, in a hurry. Might be time for a cooling system flush on the old Versa too. The fan should be going to that degree. Y'all probably can't hear it though. This is Rogers, one of the main drags here in Fort Smith. See if they'll go down the road. If not, they'll try to link up with me and make traffic. Lord knows I ain't in any hurry. They'll try to join forces so we can watch TikTok. But who am I to talk? I'm on a fucking live stream like some kind of crazy person holding a camera, holding the phone up, talking to myself for all I know. What a bizarre experience. There's the high school, Fort Smith High School. Well, one of them, there's a north side, and that's north side. I don't even know where south side is. Well, never mind. I know where south side is. Oh, a bicyclist. Damn, I'm gonna have to hustle up if I'm gonna make this 10 a.m. live stream. Yeah, there's the Hardee's. I used to have a friend of mine from that rooming house. His old lady worked there making the biscuits. What the hell was her name? Oh, there's the library. Yeah, we got a pretty good library here, I must say. Oh, I'm going the wrong fucking way. Yeah, I needed to go right there, not left. What a bozo. Yeah. You're a bozo. What a doofus. Oh, and didn't even get the arrow. And I said the town is dead, but if there's going to be traffic, this is one of the few times there will actually be some traffic. Oh, man. Wrong way, Benton. Now here's one of my favorite parts of owning a little car. Watch this. Oh, more people living in their cars, by the way. Oh, I didn't quite make it. Actually, I probably could, but these Versas are notorious for the axles getting fucked up if you make really, really tight turns while accelerating. Yeah, they were here yesterday. Yeah, they're living in their car. But, yeah, greatest country on earth, right? And then they want to make fun of socialist countries. Yeah, we have all the bad parts of socialism in this country and none of the good stuff, like the actual social safety net. So that is one area, and I'm certainly no fan of Canada in many regards, but that's certainly a way in which Canada outdoes America. And these folks would be put in an apartment, as far as I know, right? If OTW is still around, he's probably live by now. But yeah, they'd be. The social safety net would give them a place to live, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. I used to go work out in that park over there. Yeah, surely did. Do my little calisthenics. Bruce Armstrong Nature Area. It's a good place to go get you some poison ivy and some ticks. Go off in them woods. Yeah. If you need poison ivy or ticks, well, poison oak probably. Whichever one we have. Poison sumac would be a good place to go. This guy behind us, he's on TikTok, I can already tell by the way he's driving. He's going to use this as a frame of reference. Maybe not. They just never can quite believe, yeah, I'm really going 30 and a 35, sir. I know it's hard to believe, but that's actually happening. Now he's going to try to push me. See, now he wants to push. That's right, sir. It's a multi-lane road. And back in the old days, you may recall, old man, that in the olden days, when somebody was going slow, what we used to do was we used to hit that left lane and we used to go around them. But now they just try to push you down the road. Because it's hard to watch TikTok when one has to do things like hit the turn signals and change lanes. That can be fraught with peril when one's trying to check out TikTok or their Facebook feed, or God forbid, get the latest Trump news on Telegram, right? Trust the plan. Yeah, maybe this is my new job. I'll just drive around. If the donations aren't there for a motel room, I'll just sleep in the car. How about that? Get a new set of tires, clutch, flywheel, throw out bearing, alignment, flush the cooling. Of course, new fluid, of course, with having to drop the tranny for the clutch. Well, I don't know. I'm not a mechanic, so. But anyway, we'll get the fluid changed either way. This old Versa's, it'll go, man. If I hadn't tore up the damn clutch, it'd be good to go with a new set of tires and an alignment and a coolant flush. Oh well, such is life. What's this lady up to? Not in a good mood. Paul's Meat Market. There's Paul's Meat Market. Y'all probably can't see that sign though. What do I got to get? A GoPro? What do I need to get that'll take stable? But I need to be able to live stream. I'm not trying to deal with 16-hour uploads. I've heard some people talking about. I ain't dealing with that. Oh, here they go. They're linking up with me. Going down the road. Oh, yep. Everybody on the phones. Phones up. Me too. I got mine right here. I guess this is technically illegal. This is hands-free state. This is a phone in my hand, right? To some extent. I guess this is I'm breaking that. Is this illegal or is it unlawful? I don't know. I've lost track. Whichever one is verboten. And then it'd be funny if I got pulled over and they said, we got a call you. Somebody was driving around holding the camera, and all this while they were driving. I say, did they call you from their cell phone while they were driving? I mean, did they pull over to call you? I mean, I know they didn't go to a payphone, right? Did you talk to them? Did you talk to the criminal? Quote Dick Gregory, right? Oh man. Yep, gonna push me down the road. How rude. Yep, push me down the road. Oh, now see, they're actually paying attention to the road. See, they went around. I'm one of them. The closer you get, the slower I go type of fellas. That's my flavor of what do they call that? Oppositional defiance. And one guy made a right turn, so now everybody's got to stop. That's one. I've always thought that was bizarre. Like, how can they not? It's got to be possible to design these intersections where it knows that. Stop. Damn, I almost hit that curb. I better watch the road here. I'm hearing that drivetrain noise going down this hill. It's got to be the throw-out bearing / flywheel. I don't think it could be anything else. Some of it's got to be tire noise, but some of it I can definitely hear as a gear, related to gears, metal on metal. Clutch is a brake, lest we forget. Get in front of the trash truck here. All right, I didn't make it. And Domino's. How cool. Yeah. Yes, we're touring Arkansas. If you want to rewind, Mr. Me, I went down on the federal land, the National Historic Site down by the river in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Yeah, these houses, man, I'm telling you, look at this. This is all of this is affordable. Every damn bit of this. If one is trying to live in a actual small city. And affordably. I know a lot of y'all's country folk want to live out away from everybody, and I can't say I blame you, but here's another one going to push me down the road. There's another one going to push me down the road. Oh, he figured it out. He got off TikTok long enough to figure it out. Of course, his windows are tinted. Why wouldn't they be? I ain't got nowhere to be, y'all. I ain't no hurry. Y'all the ones on the way to your slave jobs. Not y'all, the listeners, these people. Don't be mad at me because y'all are going to your slave job and I'm not today. I'll probably be going to a slave job at some point, I'm assuming. Cruise control's not really working at this speed. Better go ahead and get in the left lane since we're making a luft up here. All right, I guess I'm out. We're almost back to the hobble. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks for the donos. My first ever via the platform. Now getting the actual money from YouTube. We'll see how that goes. Lord only knows what kind of paperwork they're going to want me to submit in order to actually receive the funds. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, right? All right. See y'all here in a bit.